Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to stream. I hope we're all doing well. And as you can probably see from the stream title and category and shit, it's Rogue Trader time. It's time to head back into the world of the 41st millennium. And I've been thinking, I've got a lot of shit I need to do on my ship. I've got so much work I need to do on my ship. Just unbelievable amount. So I thought maybe today we might spend our time doing stuff on the ship. Wait, yeah. We're doing some ship work. I mean, not that we need to. Our ship's 100% safe and without threat in any means, shape, form, or any form of the shape. And plus, I probably need to talk to every character anyway. Everyone on the ship. They might have special missions for me. And who knows? Who knows what's going on? Okay. Let's start down here. Let's talk to beloved Cassia.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
What does your special sign reveal?
Stella is bathed in crimson
yes.
as bright as fresh blood, and its sight is all the more striking in the embrace of impenetrable darkness. And yet, there is no malice in these heavy shadows. They are impartial, morose, uncompromising, and ever-consuming what weak flashes of other colors there may appear.
That's nice to know. This is where I
have enjoyed your company.
This is where I leave.
Thank you for the conversation.
Okay. Cassia and Argenta should be mostly done.
Greetings.
Okay. There was a guy over here. Heinrich Montague. Hello, Heinrich. The Infernus Master nonchalantly lights an iho stick from a thermal cutter and spreads his arms in a welcoming gesture. Oh, what kind of voice do we give this guy? Right. How about this? Heinrich Montague, at your service. He smells of cinders and iho. His face is sooty, and his belt is laden with a number of heavy tools. You would have taken him for a laborer if it weren't for the greasy and ragged officer's uniform. He narrows his eyes, studying our face, then says, with visible relief, "It only takes tales. After all, you just don't look like a bringer of woes to me." What was that about, bringer of woes? Woes? Do I even need to say it? The moment you came aboard, Lady Theodora perished. So did her arch-militant, as well as the senior officers and a quarter of the Infernus Guild, along with the previous Infernus Master. What's worse, rations don't taste as good anymore. Fire burns hotter, and that sinister look in your eyes you survived a brush with a Wolfenomenon some time in your distant past. Like you're about to put a curse on someone. Heinrich grins. It's what the voids would say, so it must be true. What if I were to put a curse? Oh shit. It seems that several of the ship's bays are due for depressurization as a discipline. Ludicrous nonsense. Don't let it get to you. They'll get bored of it soon enough. Remind me who you are? I am just a humble laborer, in charge of putting out fires and dealing with emergencies, but everyone calls me the Infernus Master. I guess this is because I answer for them with my life. With your life, you say? That's right. Picture flames roaring. All the ship's systems have failed, including the artificial gravity. You can't make out anything because of the red hot debris. And you know an explosion is coming. It's a nightmare, but it's your job to evaluate the panicked crew, eliminate the cause of the fire, and get the compartment back in working order. Of course, the job description doesn't allow me to risk my life now. He smiles sadly. It is all about management these days, sending the boys and girls into the fire, but it's all nonsense. And if we're going get tough, I will leave them there alone. What kind of emergency does the Infernus Guild deal with? Oh, there are many accidents due to external factors. For example, hits from enemy guns or collisions with hollow objects like the wreckages of other ships. There are plenty of internal causes as well, from the system malfunctions and short circuits to problematic cargo a couple years ago. Something blew up in the hold and nearly burned it to a crisp, and then they sabotaged. That Vtuber snake did a lot of damage to the ship. A laborer? Then why are you lounging on the bridge? The simple answer is because nothing is on fire. As head of the Infernus Guild, I'm mired in the office's routine of reports and discussions. There are several compartment upgrades and refurbishments on the agenda right now, and I have to make sure that fire safety protocols are followed everywhere. Rest assured, I'll scurry back to the technical bays to do manual labor as soon as all the paperwork is done. I have other questions, ready to answer them all. Aren't you being a little too relaxed in front of your Lord Captain? Perhaps because I lived under the constant threat of agonizing death by fire. I've repressed, what's the word? Self-preservation instinct. Or maybe I just relish every minute I get to breathe a whole smoke instead of cinders. I humbly apologize for my manners, Lord Captain. Unra continues to smile without a shred of embarrassment. Do not forget that I am your masters. Oh, this is fine. I enjoy having informal conversations. Take the Eho stick from Unra, draw a puff. You are an interesting You know what? I enjoy having conversations. I'm not a drug person. I'm glad you feel that way. Life is too short to waste it on ceremonies. It is better to present yourself as you are, immediately. How did you come to be in the service of the Von Delancius dynasty? Not in the usual way. My ancestors wronged yours and were appointed Inferni. As a result, hard labor, deadly risks, plenty of opportunities to atone. Those criminals have been dead for generations, but we are still serving their time. Maybe we will find redemption one day. Tell me more about the Infernus Guild. What interests you the most? Our duty, our state-of-the-art equipment, or our vibrant traditions? How is the guild organized? The Infernus service is split into two brigades according to duties. The heart of the guild are, of course, our liquidators, tough guys with nerves of steel who put out fires and put people from the flames. Others are repairmen dealing with problems like jammed doors, fuel leaks, or broken vents. And then there's the walk-in inspectors who will check the decks to make sure that nothing is blocking any passageways or access to communication lines. State-of-the-art equipment. Sounds interesting. The Infernus Master smiles guiltily. That was a bit of a stretch, I'm sorry. There is no state-of-the-art equipment. The risk of ruining it in a fire are too great, but we get by using human resources and the most common items available: respirators, fire extinguishers, and the flame retardant. Not the bad word. Uniforms. Let's face it, the lives of Inferni are not worth much. But it's more important that we save the machines than minimize damage to the ship. What traditions? We have plenty of those, like the reminders. Heinrich rolls up his sleeves, revealing a tattoo inscribed over an old burn mark. When you survive a particularly hopeless accident, you get a tattoo on your scar. You can always tell an experience furnished by their ink. It's like a badge of honor of sorts. Tell me how you get your reminders. He points at a tattoo on his right forearm. This one is from the time plasma leaked from the outer circuit. Imagine yourself clinging into the hole outside, thermal cutters in one hand and a magnetic lamp in the other. As your flames burst from the breach, the kind that can incinerate you in a second. All that separates you from death is a flimsy rope and a void suit more ancient than holy terror. And yet the price I paid was nothing compared to my comrades. Slowly moves the augmetic fingers on the right hand. As you can see, what a guy. As for this one, the look he directs at his left hand is full of bitterness. I got this one in an ammo depot where my wife, Elsinora, died. There was a fire, and the flames were getting close to the ammunition. I don't mean autogun rounds. These were macro cannon shells. Ooh, kaboomba. We put out the fire as best as we could, but we were losing. Suddenly, Elsie took my hand, kissed me, and then ran straight into the blaze and activated the emergency blast door. We stayed outside while she vented the compartment. Oh. Heinrich gives a tender smile, glazing it. It was quite a story. I'm sorry for your loss, Heinrich. He nods gratefully and takes another puff. Sorry, mate. I have learned all I need. What shall we talk about? This is enough for now, Heinrich. Never let your fire go out, Lord Captain. I mean, no. Heinrich hurriedly waves his hand. That's a stupid little joke. Gildan. Seriously, if you're seeing a furnace next to a naked flame, run. Ugh. Yikes. Well, he didn't give me any special missions. What the hell? You know what? Let's talk to Heinrichs. We kind of have to talk to Heinrichs anyway. Kind of had to talk to Heinrichs.
To what do I owe this visit?
To what do I owe this visit? Are you satisfied with the results on Kiavagama?
More than. The data we retrieved is already in the hands of the Inquisition. In the custody of those who can extract the secrets of the future from the claws of chaos. The sacrifices made to the Cogitator will not have been for nothing.
Your influence has made Heinrichs more callous. Uh-oh.
We dealt a blow not only to the cultists, but to the arch-enemy itself. I cannot help but be pleased.
Agreed.
However, there is something I must tell you. Back there at the Cogitator, my decision to let it complete its operation allowed me to... I can't even find words to perceive something of what is to come. You deserve to know this. The cult is threatening the worlds within your protectorate, after all.
Oh.
I could choose to think of it as an echo of the past, or a specter of the future. But that's not it. Warp sorcery joins stretches of time together, violating the accepted sequence and flow of events. I heard a resonance of the person behind the cult. I faced demons more than once before, but this... I couldn't have imagined such a concentration of evil and corruption.
Oh no. What was it?
I am convinced that one of the greater demons is behind the cult of the final dawn.
Ooh, a greater
Aware the
demon.
day when that demon finds a way to appear in this world.
Ooh. Okay, so it's either like a keeper of secrets, highly doubt though. A bloodthirster, also kind of highly doubt. This is more of a Zechian sort of like thing, so a keeper of secrets. No, maybe whatever the bird ones are. I highly doubt it's a great unclean one. Touching the Cogitator did something to you. I want to know what. Ooh.
No servant of the God Emperor has closer dealings with corruption than the agents of the Golden Throne.
Oh.
In its quest to guard the Imperium against its foes' most devious and secret schemes, the Inquisition seeks to understand the essence of evil. It is not enough for us to burn or cut down a rotten seedling. We must study it, understand it, touch it.
What?
Every time any of us do our duty, we are risking our very souls. But when it comes to psychers, the soul of a psyker is especially enticing to the archenemy.
Oh no.
I was operating the machine created by the servants of the archenemy, and in doing so, I attracted the attention of the cult's master. Thank the throne that it was only a glancing touch. If it hadn't been, we would not be speaking here today.
Ooh.
When I touched the cult's cogitator, I drew the thousand-eye gaze of evil upon myself, as any agent does when they interfere in the schemes of those who serve the ruinous powers. And that evil undoubtedly left an invisible mark upon me, as it does on any acolyte who fights against the archenemy. And this will be the case every time I do my duty. I know a good deal about the fates of those who have served the throne before me. Enough to know that my path leads to one place, and one place only.
Oh. Interesting. So we got word bearers and Zeech influence as our main threat. Ah, interesting. What are you going to do next?
My visit to Kiava Gamma did not produce answers to all my questions.
Okay,
but we did
that's fair.
succeed in dealing a blow to the cult by destroying the Fabricator Sensors machine. I have directed my spies to track the 6 surviving leaders. I am certain that they will have useful information for us soon.
Ooh.
Though small. This is a victory for the Golden Throne, and I have you to thank for it.
Hey, you're welcome, Heinrich. Anything to help the old Inquisition, and I can't wait for the next Alcat Games Warhammer game, Dark Heresy. It's gonna be fun. So now I think that will. Ooh. So now I can be rid of you? No. I think that will be all for us.
Thank you for finding the time for our conversation.
Yeah, I must take my leave. Ooh, so Heinrich will come and approach when the time is right. Let's talk to Helmsman River. Is he this? Where are you? River. Oh, you. Oh, Lord Cam. Oh, wait, forgot to read the... Whoops. The tall man before you appears to be woven from tendons and muscle. Blue veins snake under his white and almost dove-colored skin, and his scalp and chin are covered and cropped with white hair. His neck and shoulders are wrapped in wires that hint at a presence of neural connectors under his uniform. The officer's face seems to be twisted in a perpetual grimace of annoyance and anger. But he greets you with a respectful nod. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman Raver at your service. Raver, it has come to my attention that a fuel lever on the bridge may be defective. Can you not be trusted to carry out your duties without my personal oversight? Oh, the officer's furrowed eyebrows draw even closer together. He speaks slowly, carefully picking his way. I most definitely can, Lord Captain. The technomats will inspect the equipment immediately. I will also deal with those in charge without delay. Remind me, who are you? I am the Master Helmsman, Lord Captain. I stand at the wheel of this here tub, I mean your vessel, and bark commands at the idiots who tend to its related systems. In layman's terms, I am one who stops us from running into asteroids or disruptive gravitational wave when we're traveling through the void. You control the ship in real space. I wish that was my only job. I have to steal her through the warp tube, but most of the but that goes to the navigator, the warp's nightmare. Always tossing up something new. Or my years at the helm, they count for nothing in there. My part's small enough. I'm just monitor our systems, follow the charted route, and I don't take up a fuss when new orders come in from the navigator's sanctum. Real space. Now that's where I keep my eyes peeled. Gravitational anomalies, void currents, hard radiation, that kind of shit shows up everywhere. Thank the Emperor the augurs on this vessel are hooting up, and so far we've been able to spot if something's bad's coming our way. Who are these idiots you are in charge of? There are too many to list them all. Tech priests for me, engineer 'em, wise men from the auger decks, the work-shy fools on the bridge. I'd have every last one of them flogged. They all need to wake up, Carl. They need to be whipped into shape, or else the ship will be going nowhere. Or even worse, it will go somewhere we don't want it to. You must have dealings with the navigator as part of your duties. Ravis says that you are before me. Damn it, Lord Captain. To tell the truth, I've been asking myself where the Lord Captain fished this Orcelio girl out of. Now, it's not like I've met many navigators, but this one, I don't feel safe with that little princess pulling our void ship through the warp. She's done a decent job so far, though, so I guess she's managing. That's enough for now on that. Right you are, Captain. You are a voidborn, are you not? That I am, born into the helmsman clan in the bows of the Chartist vessel. Studied the family trade until I was 15. Then my entire clan was butchered in a mutiny by the lower hold scum. They spread the young'uns, of course, they did. Kids with implanted connectors make great navigational servitors. But I was having none of it. They weren't going to make a servitor out of me, so I escaped into the crawlways, and then I spent months picking them off, one after another. Raver stops abruptly. You got me talking up a storm, eh? Anyway, yes, I am Voidborn. Finish your story, Raver. Not much to tell. I guided everyone I could get to, and then I fled upward to the middle decks. That's where the auger operators took me under their wing. They have apprentice helmsmen of their own. Up there, you see, nobody asked me any questions, so I stayed. I grew up, I trained, got smarter, then ended up a junior helmsman. A dozen years later, Danrock spotted me and lured me away. The cheeky blighter. Do you know anything about a ship named the Fiery Reckoning? Winces as if, I've heard the name. That much I'm sure of, but I can't recall the details. I wonder if it's part of the operation that the late Mort was put in charge of. If it was, then there's nothing I can tell you, Lord Captain. The whole thing was kept under wraps. Your best chance would be to ask the High Factorum. Maybe some of his treasury records have mention of this Fiery Reckoning. I can see you're not a gregarious sort. His eyes twitches, which makes the grimace on his face even. Have I done something to displease the Lord Captain? I am merely sharing an observation. Raver gives you a careful look and scoffs. Right you are. It's not hard to see that I am in a foul mood. I'm not the only one to blame for it, you know. Alright. He points at the cables around himself. Connecting wires, once they get into the control panel, I become one with the ship. Except the bloody cogs messed with the wires, stimulus injectors, and connectors when they implanted them. They are twisted on wires the wrong way, or burn something into my noggin. Anyway, I can't sleep. It just doesn't happen anymore. It's been 30 years of non-stop stimulants and splitting headaches. So you forgive me if I'm not all smiles, Lord Cap. No, that's completely fair. Tell me about the Voidborn. Winston and Robson. Lord Captain, I mean no disrespect, but you do better to find something with a knack for conversation, like Tullyman, the new Voxmaster. I ain't the talking type, I just get the ship where she needs to go. Best let folks stick to what they do best. What can you tell me about other officers? Good-for-nothing wasters, that's what they are. Each and every one. Take Generous Stanrock, that highborn weasel. He phones over the officers, but some of the deals he makes would get him burned alive. He drags other people into his schemes so they can take the fall for him, too. One of my junior helmsmen was ferrying goods from football for him, got caught by the seneschal, and ended up in a void hatch. Stanrock couldn't care less. The Voxmaster, another Tullyman like the last one, Boyd arrested. This is no better. She cut off half the Vox channels the day she took up her post. Said the Vox systems were damaged and the engineer had no contacts with other modules. But how am I supposed to steer the ship? Collect the cogs, report up with the power of my mind. First Officer Wintershell. I can't stand him. Like every naval officer I ever met, he doesn't know a thing about controlling a vessel in the void. But he puffs himself up all the same and throws his weight around. Me and him had to have a few words a few times before he left me alone. Thank the Emperor Lady Theodora trusted me more than the Seneschal when it came to helming a void ship. Tell me, do you like anyone at all? What kind of question is that? I like ye, I like and Lady Theodora before you, but where I would be if I was making cracks about the rig trader, huh? I don't want to die just yet. You know what? If there was an option here, I'd be like, you can make cracks at me if you like. I must take my leave, Lord Captain. He acknowledges you with a nod and turns away. Damn. Okay. Who to talk to next? Ah, yes. Let's talk to Abelard. We probably need to talk to him anyway.
Lord Captain.
Ooh. Let's talk about things that may be useful for me as a rogue trader.
A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
Thanks. Outline the situation in the Cornus Expanse for me. What do I need to know and keep in mind?
This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words. The Cornus Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels.
Not great.
Until recently, the Cornus Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Cornus Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse, and in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
Who are the main players I need to be aware of?
In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect.
My
The
apologies.
Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Cornus Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Caligos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them.
Trottbacca is how you pronounce that.
If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector.
Okay.
The first is the Trottbacca mission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronis Expanse.
Okay, so the factions are criminals, the church, and the church but machine. I can deal with that. Conrad, our previous master of whispers, what can you tell me about his betrayal? What do you think he'll do next?
You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes.
Oh.
Conrad Vtuber. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight.
Don't worry, mate. There's always next time. There's always next time.
We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the Von Valacius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day.
Oof.
His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake.
So his deeds were good, and we do like them, but he was also an asshole that no one liked.
If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery.
Yeah.
He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The only question, Lord Captain, is whether you will be able to anticipate his next steps.
That's a good question.
As you wish, Lord Captain.
I would like to know more about you, Seneschal.
As you wish, Lord Captain.
Tell me about
what would you like to know?
Sorry, I forgot to let you finish. Tell me about yourself. What were you before you became Theodora's Seneschal?
I used to be an officer in the Navis Imperialis.
No.
I used to be is not quite right. It was not simply a job. It was my calling. The essence of my life.
Okay.
I was proud to serve Lord Captain Theodora, but in my heart and mind, I'm still an officer of the Imperium. I met Lord Captain Theodora on a mission where the Imperial Navy was providing reinforcement to the rogue traders' army on one of the frontier worlds. Our acquaintance was not easy. Working with people outside the Navy hierarchy has never been my strong suit. It was to my great surprise then that after the mission's completion, I received a referral to leave my service in the Navy and join the rogue trader's personal council.
Ooh.
It was a difficult choice for me. But I saw in the offer a chance to serve the interests of humanity even more effectively than in the Navis Imperialis. You do not need me to tell you just how remarkable a person Lord Captain Theodora was. I recognized her at once as a true leader and formidable creative force. One who had built a protectorate amidst the dangers and wildness of the Expanse.
Leaving the Imperial Navy is far from easy. Why were you permitted to quit your post?
You could say there was no one among the naval command who was willing to impede the wishes of the rogue trader.
The rogue trader said, I want it, and they're like, alright.
And their relationship with Theodora. The Lord Captain possessed certain contacts in the Imperial Navy. Contacts which she used to request help during the conflict on the border world. And which enabled her to make me an offer that resulted in my joining her retinue. Was there something else, Lord Captain?
Ooh, The way you talk about Theodora, I'm beginning to think you were in love with her.
What? Lord Captain,
What?
any allegations of improper feelings or unsanctioned relations are utterly baseless and bordering on the insulting. Utterly baseless.
Oh. Do you have a family?
I am a widower.
Oh.
I am a father of 4.
Oh.
And if my information is not outdated, a grandfather of 11.
Oh, shit. Holy damn.
My family lives on Dargonus. None of my children express any eagerness or aptitude for serving aboard ship. And I would hardly have insisted that they follow in my footsteps.
So the fact that I haven't gone to Dargonus yet is probably not a good sign. Thank you, I have no more questions of that. I must take my leave. Until next time, Seneschal. Ooh. Oh. We're learning so much. Let hard Furious Invictus. Ooh, good. I kind of wanna. Who is Who is this individual? Oh, here they are. Oh, a man of intermediate age bows his head. His robes are spotless, and his rigid color constricts his throat. The unsettling smell of medicine hangs in the air. The man's pale eyes look bleached. Ooh. Ooh. Greetings, your lordship. Your Chirurgian Majoris is at your service. Boris examines your face and hands critically. Examines your face and hands critically. Okay. I'm being a little stupid. Then gives you a satisfied nod. No scars. The consequences of the charge with fire have been successfully remedied. Very good. I will make note of it in your journal. Were you one of the treated my burns? He raises his chin hauntingly. Treating the Lord Captain is a job for the best Medicae practitioner on board, which is me. Tell me about your responsibilities. My job is to save lives, heal wounded officers, develop vaccines for onboard epidemics, discover new methods of healing. However, I spend most watches listening to patients about their many qualms, managing the junior Medicae officer, and dividing the afflicted into those who matter and those who do not. A rather irritating addition to my duties as Chirurgian Majoris. Not most compassionate healers, are you? Compassion has nothing to do with the healer's trade. I prefer conversing with diseases rather than the careers. Patients are aggravating, to say the least. What sort of new methods? There are many. I'm ever in search of solutions to dangerous afflictions. My latest work involves studying a particularly lethal disease that devours the person's flesh and skin. It has already claimed 1,000 lives, but their deaths were not in vain. I have learned much about the enemy, and the vaccine will soon be ready for testing. I see. I hope I have satisfied your curiosity. How did you come to serve on my flagship? Oh, I was the master healer on a world that belongs to the Trott dynasty. I had to manage to cure someone who was considered doomed. Not because of their illness, but because of a certain important priest who had tried to cure them with a prayer and failed. After I put him to shame, he started spreading rumors that I owed my skills to the influence of the ruinous powers. I sought a refuge under Lady Theodora, who expressed an appreciation for my talents and welcomed me and my family on her ship. You are actually a heretic, are you? You serve the... Are the customs of Chorda worlds truly so uncompromising and blind to reason? To teach a man to read, you raise a bright heretic. I believe I was one of the favorite local sayings, as for demonstrating the superiority of knowledge over the advice of holy ecclesiastics. Well, that was of defiance, and was sure to put my life at risk. Naturally, House Jordan was still has need for people like me, educated, capable of intellectual thought. However, anyone who is permitted to learn does so under strict supervision. I have heard Lady Incendia's ship has a dedicated compartment for sages and keepers of knowledge that more resembles a prison than a library. Or librarium. You are not actually a heretic, are you? He served the Emperor faithfully. His colorless eyes flash indignantly. My expertise is the result of hard work and accumulated wisdom, not some paltry sorcery. I employ my craft to serve his children. That serves as a better proof of my innocence than any show of piety. Faith can work miracles and cure those who are beyond treatment. This cannot be denied. He grimaces wearily, and neither can one deny the fact that miracles are rare. The belief that prayer can relieve a person of illness enables false hopes. Those who prefer healing, whose hairs reverent words still end up on my table, so that I can perform an autopsy rather than a procedure. I was rather careless of you to get involved in that case. I would not have become a citizen if I was afraid of death. It was an unavoidable side effect of my profession. There is something else I wish to discuss. He nods, brushing away invisible specks from his white gloves. How is the crew's health? Are you interested in a general report on the flagship as a whole, or in hearing about how your immediate subordinates are faring? Give me a general report right now. I am currently not aware of any epidemics or other large-scale threats to the lives of the crew, or anything more serious than normal. At least minor outbreaks are part of the natural decline process. The Medicae are occupied with treating both industrial and combat injuries, as well as dealing with sporadic. Oh my god. My dyslexia is kicking in again. With sporadically occurring ailments. The senior officers, what kinds of complaints did they have? Amongst Helmsman's headaches caused by his faulty implants, the high factorum, occasionally indigestion, the master arms combat wounds that can hardly be considered life-threatening. Boreas folds a finger dismissively for every officer he mentions. Rapid cases that I am obliged to manage as Serpent Majoris. At least the Infernus Master does not waste my time and simply comes to pick up ointments for his burns. Well, that's fair enough. Now to other matters. What would you like to discuss? That would be all. So there's the doctor. Sure, let's talk to Victus. We need to talk to our communication person. Oh my god. Ooh. A thin, pale woman stands out from among the rest of the crew. There is a thick bundle of cables coming out of the back of her skull, disappearing under her ceremonial garment, and you see the grate of quietly humming vox where her mouth should be. The woman sees you and bows her head in a respectful greeting. Miss. Oh, no. Oh yeah, she's got the vox. I need a... How may I serve you, my Lord Captain? I have been given an immortalium. I need to arrange a reciprocal here. Ooh. Immortalium. Ooh. Sure. I offer apologies, Lord Captain, but such matters lie in the purview of the High Factorum Danrock. I am better versed in Havok's communications than rare gifts. Ooh. Remind me who you are. Voxmaster Octavus Victus Suri, author of the Ptolemon dynasty. The current Voxmaster serving aboard your vessel. In accordance with the Seneschal's orders, I assumed this duty immediately upon the demise of the esteemed Voxmaster, Septimus, who was my grandfather. What are the Voxmaster's duties? I am the ears and the voice of the void ship. I supervise several dozen officers and 3 times the number of support personnel. We receive, send, encrypt, and decode all incoming and outgoing messages through the ship's internal and external channels, and we also ensure clean communications and the optimal efficiency of the crew's Foxcasters. If you ever want to know what worries and concerns your crew are harboring, what your subjects are whispering about in local networks after their watches, and what their leaders are clamoring about over shortwave Vox transmissions, just come to see me. I will satisfy your crew's curiosity. Or your curiosity. Have the Vox spirits brought you anything interesting lately? Master Heinrich van Kallox expressed interest in the communications stations and Vox nets. A short while ago, the interrogator appears to be very well versed in the matters of sacred technology, and it worries me. A man of his knowledge and in his line of work is capable of discreetly planting his own devices in our systems. We will be vigilant, Lord Captain, but you should try to be more careful as well. Your appearance is unique. Are you Voidborn, are you not? My appearance comes from my heritage. Generations after generations of people who spent their entire lives in the depths of the Void Ship. Neither we nor our ancestors have ever left our home, but the same can be said about the denizens of the Imperium's million worlds. We are used to the silence of the cosmos and the voices of the ship. There are thousands of us, but we dwell far from the Lord Captain's upper decks and remain unseen. We are the Voidborn. Where does the word Voidborn come from? Because we are the children, born in the void between the stars. Be it the womb of traveling vessels, an orbital satellite, or a forgotten asteroid station. Low gravity voyages through the warp and the countless dangers of space travel. Everything others hate and dread is second nature to us. Tell me about the lives of the Voidborn in my crew. To us, the groans, creaks, and murmurs of the ship sound the way babbling brooks and singing birds do to world dwellers. We hear the ship breathe, know what it is feeling and thinking. We are part of the ship just like it is a part of us. We perform numerous functions, and there are many officers among our number. Some maintain order and prevent mutiny, others serve as shepherds and support the crew, and some devote themselves to mending the body and spirit of the vessel. Most of the Voidborn are members of large void ship dynasties that bear responsibility for a certain aspect of the ship's life. For 300 years, the main branch of the Tulliman dynasty has produced the ship's Foxmasters, and most of our subordinates come from the cadet houses of the dynasty. How do you find life on the ship? Life has been quite generous to me, Lord Captain. I am the Foxmaster, and only the best in the dynasty can become one. By virtue of my skills and position, no one has ever denied me anything. Our family claims a spacious section for its Sure. I also enjoy long walks through the narrow and dimly lit corridors of the ship, listening to sounds of her activity, falling asleep and waking up to the chanting of hymns, and admiring the stars beyond, of course. How do others on the ship treat you? We look, speak, and move differently from the inhabitants of the planetary worlds. Our ways of life, traditions, and quirks frighten these people just like the darkness of the cosmos. Many believe us to be the bringers of ill fortune, and alas, it is the Voidborn who get the blame for terrible warp phenomenon during longer voyages. Hesitates before continuing. Several years ago, an unfortunate warp jump caused all the food on board to spoil. 15 days later, a hungry and furious crew nearly massacred everyone on the lower decks, blaming us for the misfortune and hoping to restock their larders with our flesh. I would have been killed during the mutiny had Idira Talas not shown up in the right place at the right time. Idira's dead. I accidentally got her killed. She came to my rescue, and the scoundrel's fear of her was even greater than their fear of the Voidborn. Looks like you were close with friends with Idira. Webs of tiny wrinkles appear at the corners of his eyes. The hint The Boxmaster is smiling. Voidborn seldom make friends, especially among the captain's entourage, but you see, many consider Ithera to be different. I am different too. We have spent plenty of time in each other's company, discussing regicide over a glass of amuse. Oh, it's a fucking board game. Great. Oh, God. Except Ithera changed after one incident, and we started to drift apart. The death of the Lord Captain Theodora made her withdraw even more. I do not know if Ithera considers me a friend now, but we used to be very, very close. It is good I can still look after her in my own way. No, you can't. She's fucking dead. I accidentally got her killed. Interpreting the Voxmaster's emotion based on half a face, the Vox modulated voice is no easy task, but you managed to catch the undercurrent in Victor's voice. Voxmaster is not merely saddened by the rift with Ithera, she is devastated by it. Have you ever left the ship? Oh, I did once, and it was dreadful. It felt like a massive blue dome overhead could shatter at any moment and fall, and my bones would be crushed by their gravity. Victor twitches her shoulders, trying to ward off the flood of memories. The ship is my home, Lord Captain, and I would not trade it even for the bounty of 100 worlds. I see. Let us return to business. As you wish, Lord Captain. Connect me to my vessel's main channel. I wish to boast of the morale of my crew. The Voxmaster nods obediently and presses several switches on the device she is holding. It is done, Lord Captain. You address the crew with a rousing speech. Oh, God, my ears. You hear the voice roll through the ship, reaching even the normally quiet corners of the vessel. When the broadcast ends, you hear the distant shouts of approval. That will be all for now. I live to serve, Lord Captain. Okay. I think before we go do anything else, let's go have a word with Pascal. Let's go see what he's doing. Ooh, no. I did not want to. I want to talk to Pascal. Ooh. Ooh. Have you studied Demeter's neural augment yet?
I have destroyed it.
What? The slight telltale rattle in Pascal's voice makes him sound unconvincing. You're lying.
This statement is true. I am yet to settle into a definitive course of action. I am running a spot diagnostic on the memory of the heretic Demens. Even though purity protocols stipulate that his blasphemous knowledge must be eradicated, I am not drawn toward forbidden information, but only to data concerning the blessed Amanats.
Ooh, have you found out anything?
The success has been partial. Demens Haneman's identity has been confirmed. The widespread influence of paranoid motivations is observable in his cognitive processes, which is what seems to have caused him to break his vows. However, extensive regions of his memory have been damaged by forbidden technologies and are, for now, defying decryption.
What corrupted
An
Demens?
echo of the warp. Energies of the immaterial that had seeped into real space and taken the shape of a Vox signal. I have found recorded cases of similarly induced corruption in the archive. Listening to the void is a perilous occupation.
But you did but you did want to know what he knew. You were interested.
The quest for knowledge is our mission of highest priority. But what Demens promised was not knowledge, but a distorted copy of it.
Oh, sorry, mate.
This was not what the Deus Mechanicus had told us to seek.
Sorry, mate. Any information on Archmagus Armanet?
The data discovered is unreadable. It is encrypted, albeit only partially, and I hypothesize that the heretic Demens was attempting to decrypt it. I will take every effort to extract a larger volume of data. Information pointing to the unit referred to as the Maimed Hunter is alleged to be of critical significance.
You fear our knowledge even as you extol it.
Whether knowledge can be profane is the grand question. Lay people find comfort in the delusion that knowledge is merely information. That, in and of itself, it is harmless, and only turns dangerous when it falls into the hands of the wicked.
I'm not a lay.
That is not what I have seen. I have seen knowledge gnaw away at the minds of those who let it inside them. Yet I seek it regardless. Why? Perhaps because there really is no apostasy in knowledge. It is dangerous, yes, but not forbidden. For it was created by the Omnissiah.
Ooh, okay. I don't want to do the first two. I believe that knowledge can be... Okay. Okay. Oh, I believe that any and all knowledge can be tamed. Ooh, well, probably not. You seek knowledge because it's what you enjoy doing, so do what you enjoy. Otherwise, what's the point in living?
That too is true. I thirst for knowledge, and the Omnissiah has rewarded me with the gift of a mission to seek it. Perhaps it makes no difference to him whether good or ill comes of the knowledge I obtain. He merely wants me to obtain it.
Yeah, just... Tech Priest lowers his head pensively. Mechadendrites slow down smoothly, and the steely overtones disappear from Pascal's voice. Continue your research.
Affirmative. The decryption will continue with diligence and caution.
I must take my leave.
May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Agreed. Ooh. Eh. Who do I have left? My Manufactorum, the caster, my cogitator apparently, and then these three. A lot of talking. Okay, chat. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Claim as well. And that. The picture has seemed to fit. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's keep waiting. Companion. Okay. Don't know what. I'll find out eventually. And look at those places. And then Mundus Milius. Okay. That's good. Fine. Okay. Yep. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know that one. Agonis. Oh my god. One of the fuel ships is in poor state. Technomats sent by Raver have failed to resolve the issue. The rogue trader will have to inspect the lever himself. Okay. Well, who do we want to go to right now? Alright, in relation to everyone. Let's go to my cogitator. Let's see what's going on over here before we go talk to her. Okay. Ooh, the tech priest. My secret mechanisms is awake and ready to receive your request, Lord Captain. Hand the Kiava data bank to the tech priest. Access the data from Kiava Gamma. Tech priest connects the data set to the cogitator's drive with such care, as if he is holding the greatest of treasures. The servo motors hum as they begin to stir, and lines of text on the vid screen swiftly replace one another. Input, pack, comp, norm OS, stat true, state, stat check, in, norm OS, incident initiated. The great mechanism has transformed the secret of the secret data into a format that you can comprehend. without the assistance of the servant of the only Zio. The tech priest retrieves the data slayer and from the heart of the cogitator, holding it with both hands, and passes it to you. Okay, leave. Oh wait a minute. They must be in my inventory. No, wait, no. Where? Oh god, it'll have to be in here somewhere. Once here, the key there. Okay, Where would it be? Oh, got two of those, that's nice. That's better for me. Huh. Interesting. Let's talk to Trottbacca. Oh my god. The cast of Trottbacca is the very picture of discipline. Her uniform is exquisitely preserved, her armor is polished, and her posture is imposing and rigid. The only flaw in her immaculate appearance is the heavy enforcer's maul, which is worn and battered from frequent use. She salutes you with a practiced motion. Ooh. How did you come to serve on my flagship? I come from the noble Trottbacca family of the capital world of Dalgonis. I dare say that our house is renowned for its loyalty and strict adherence to the law, and the members of my family have been your faithful enforcers for centuries. I am honored to be the sixth Master of Arms named Trottbacca to serve on the ship. The caster speaks the words with unmistakable pride. Why are you here instead of basking in luxury on Dalgonis? Because of my cousin, Macarius. A furious crease is between her brows. I cannot stand him, but the feelings is mutual. We cannot hardly be in the same room together, so I jumped at the opportunity to become your enforcer. I should thank my obnoxious cousin for nudging me toward the best decision of my life. I serve you with all my heart and wish for no other favor than this one. You are wearing Imperial Navy armor. How did you come by it? I inherited it from the previous Master at Arms. Like the esteemed seneschal, he left the Navy to serve Lady Theodora. He brought quite a few officers with him, and established a tradition. Upon the death or resignation of an officer, his or her armor would be passed on to the fellow officer who had distinguished themselves in the course of their duty. I was awarded armor in this way in my time, and upon the death of my predecessor, I inherited it from his personal armor. What is your opinion of me as Lord Captain? I would not dare form opinions about your lordship. That would be unforgivably brazen of me. My duty is to serve, not to evaluate. I want to know what you think about the other officers. I do not trust them, but I do not trust anyone. Mistress Tulliman has too much. I do not trust anyone. Mistress Tulliman has too much power, and I will surely be tempted to start deciding for herself what is information to share with the crew on behalf of what to withhold. Rava is closely intertwined with the ship systems, which opens up plenty of opportunities for sabotage. He must be watched. As for Danrock, forgive me, but a man of his size and habits cannot help but steal. Oh, what can you tell me about Avalon? The seneschal is a model of competence and fidelity, and all officers and enforcers look up to him with gratitude. A grimace of fierce devotion takes hold of Trottbacca's face, before she abruptly grits her teeth and continues. It is all the more distressing to see that the years have not been kind to deeply respected Master Vernishal. Soon there will be no Juvian treatment that can be saved from the mistakes inherited at such an advanced stage. But we are ever watchful and will be there to steady the trembling hand of the honored veteran if he needs be. I want to know more about your service. I'm ready to answer any questions, Lord Captain. What are the Master-at-Arms' duties? I'm responsible for upholding safety and order aboard the ship, guard duties, patrols, finding the finding and punishing troublemakers. In addition, my enforcers ensure that the crew follow all directives and carry out their task properly. As they say in my family, a servant who shows disobedience today prepares a riot tomorrow. There are thousands of people aboard this vessel. How do you maintain order? 2 words, Lord Captain. Suppression and fear. Fucking Christ. The base nature of rabble cries from iron grip. Lest they give in to the animal urges, we have many well-texted measures to prevent it. Random night searches, preventative interrogations, corporal punishments, and executions. Of course, the laws of the ship equal apply to the officers. We eradicate the canker of insubordination wherever we find it, without mercy. I hope you will not repeat the mistakes of the previous Master of Arms. You can be sure of that. He was a fine enforcer, but suffered from the fatal flaw of trusting his associates. I myself lack that weakness, and trust no one except you, Lord Captain. Good lass. Good lass. Let us change the subject. Yes, Lord Captain. And by change the subject, I mean I have to go. Proud to serve the dynasty. Lovely. Let's go talk to Gilead, who's in the fucking way back of the universe. Holy sh... Huh? Ow. What the fuck? Oh, she just cut herself. Very nice. Oh, Gilead's lithe form stands frozen in an unnatural pose amid the blinking lumens and dancing shadows of the brig. Her hands are clasped together strangely, and her eyes are tightly closed. Her chest is utterly still, as if she is not breathing at all. This is new. Your words are met with deafening silence, but the flicker of your eyes beneath her closed lids let know that she is still alive at least. Have I done something to offend you? For the first time, Yulia takes a deep breath in through her nose and barely audibly exhales. Her body remains as lax as ever, and her eyes are still closed. Her presence does not seem to be in any way distracting from her. Ooh. Oh, I hope your condition is not a symptom of some... Ooh. Xenomanomaly. I can be exasperating too, you know. Ooh. Should I just leave her for now? Oh. I shall... I shall come see you later.
A reasonable thought, but one that occurred too late to your inquisitive mind.
Oh, sorry.
You have gotten what you wanted. Your clamorous presence has pulled me from my immersion. So tell me, what brings you here?
Ooh. Ooh. What? Don't want to say that. You mentioned... Don't want to inquire too early. Oh, don't want to say that. Ooh. Are you alright?
You needn't have been, Alantark, for I can take care of myself. However, judging by your expression, my meditation has distressed you. But only due to your ignorance.
Yes, that's that. You know what? Fair enough.
My meditation is immersion. Immersion into myself, my inner world. It is my chance to speak to myself, but without words. Or to heal wounds that cannot be seen with ordinary sight.
Ah, I see.
It is difficult to explain,
Preparing
even
the
in the
brain.
language of the children of Asurian. There are so many meanings and shades in its sound alone, and the monkey tongue is too sparse and awkward. No. Immersion must be seen to be realized.
Ah, okay. The
I
mind.
should say, Alantark, that during meditation, the mind does not leave the body. Part of it remains vigilant, monitoring what is taking place outside. So I heard every word you said, and I saw everything you did.
Ooh.
I am disappointed by your lack of restraint, I will admit. Every day, you become more primitive.
Sorry.
More like other monkey. Do not allow your bestial nature to win out. I can see that there is more to you than that.
So you knew I was here the whole time and you did not even bat an eye? No, that's mean. I'm not, I don't want to be mean. She clearly fucking hates it here and I don't want to make it any worse for her. Like, everybody else is already giving her enough trouble. I don't want to give her more trouble. Can I also immerse myself in my own world?
What? No, I do not think so. But then again, perhaps you, Alantark, might have the inner strength to do so. But meditation requires long practice sessions, restraint, and self-discipline. And most important of all, a skilled guide to direct your mind.
We have pressing matters. Ooh. Strange and blasphemous things started happening during the first warp voyage. With you on board. The crew are whispering that you may... No. Hopeful there's a buzz with rumors about Xenos ravaging the sector. Do you think it could be, your kin from Kudarak?
Is that snake venom seeping from your lips?
Nope, ma'am.
We, the children of Azurian.
Sorry. No, I'm offending her.
We are not raiders, or butchers, or least of all, fools. When a craft world is beset by calamity, its inhabitants do not start a war with every monkey in the sector. If you are looking for enemies, look for them elsewhere.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to be mean. Like, I know I'm an animal, but technically you are as well, but of different calibers. Ooh, what happened to you? Will Eldaria carry these crystals, Persa? I want to know what they are. I already kind of know. No, that's a closely guarded secret. It's your what? What was your world like before it fell?
Rock cannot be described in your language. It can only be sung, encased in a filigree of sounds, a melody as complex and delicate as the Infinity Circuit, its energy network. It can be seen in the golden hues of sunlight, felt in the breath of celestial winds. Though it was an artificial world, it was just as alive as any real planet.
That sounds incredible.
But I must see clearly. Not only light, but also shadows.
Fucking stuck my toe.
I yearn to remember only Krudarak's beauty, but it had a dark side too.
Oh no.
My world was isolated for too long, like a lake of stagnant water.
No.
There was no movement or renewal, and even the sweetest outbursts of life soon turned fetid. Who knows? Who knows? Had there been no stagnation, had our elders not been so blind in their dogmatism and our youths not lacking in courage, then perhaps Krudarak would still be alive even now?
Sorry to hear that, mate. What happened to your homeworld?
It is a mystery as inscrutable as the sigh of the last immortal, as deep as the waters of a dark ocean. And I can tell you little, for I was far away, on a mission with my unit.
Oh.
We returned at the appointed hour, but we did not find Krudarak in its celestial harbor.
Oh.
It happened many journeys ago. Or standard years, as you say. But I remember that moment as if it happened this very day. The memory of a loss is always stronger than the memory of a gain. Especially when you lose something as significant as a home. Or an entire world.
Oh, that's rough. That sounds
We searched. We called out. We looked everywhere. But we saw only emptiness, and the echo of calamity. Countless days passed before I found myself on the Lilithon, and met some of my kin. Those refugees who had barely managed to reach our ancestral planet. Their stories were far from being the fruit of truth I so badly craved. Those who agreed to talk to me were few. For most saw me as a wayward daughter who had spurned the honorable paths. And they would not stop babbling about a terrible disease that spread black tendrils of pain over the paths of the Infinity Circuit and deadened our world one segment after another. The ones who survived fled in fear and wandered between the stars, until the Lilithan's warm light reached out to some of them. Some, like Muaran, lay the blame entirely on Monkey. However, I do not know the truth, but I hope, I desperately hope and pray to the gods that someday it will be revealed to me.
God. Let's ask, what is this thing?
Idle curiosity a defining feature of the Monkey? Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses
I'm
of
just
my
curious.
people so you can destroy another world of the children of Asurion?
No. Oh yeah, how the hell am I going to
Forgive
destroy
me,
a
Ellen
fucking
Tark,
craft world? Like,
but I am not ready to immerse you in the font of my people's deepest mysteries.
that's alright. Ooh, don't want to ask that. That's gonna cause problems. What can you tell me about history of the Eldari?
I am afraid your life is too fleeting, and your memory too feeble to encompass the entirety of my knowledge. My people ruled the stars when yours did not even have a name. But many of our songs and stories were lost, stolen by she who thirsts. I can tell you the children of Asurion lived, created, caressed the stars as if they were pearls on a string, until Cylon Thresh smothered our empire in her terrifying embrace. Different branches of the Eldari chose different paths to salvation. My ancestors chose an eternal journey through the starry void, living on craft worlds instead of real planets. We rescued countless wonders from the days before, but far from all. You saw this on the Lilithan. Not even we can always master the gates our ancient ones built. This is the story of the Azuriani. There are branches that chose a different path, gruesome and frightening. But I do not wish to tell you about them. That is our dark side, just as your kin have many dark sides of their own.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't there in 1914, were you? Hey. You keep mentioning... What can you tell me about her?
Why ask this
I'm
question?
sorry.
Is it idle curiosity, or something else? Do not turn your thoughts towards Cylon Thresh, whatever your motive. She is downfall. She is hunger. She is the enemy of all that is good in the universe. She is an enemy to the Eldari, and I hope to you as well.
The Chaos Guards are enemies of the Imperium, which means they are my enemies. You can be sure. There is nothing wrong with curiosity either. There's boon, including knowledge, on enemy. This is my ship, which means... Oh, the Chaos Guards are the fucking enemy.
We are as different as starlight and its reflection in a muddy puddle. But we share a common enemy. Constancy is our strength.
Mate. The fact that creature exists in the fucking war means we can be besties until that thing is fucking destroyed. I've learned what I wanted to know. You have my gratitude.
As you wish, Elantark.
Tell me about your kin, your Homer. What do you think is happening on Jadis right now? Ooh.
The Lilithan is purifying herself of the corruption brought by the servants of Cylon Thresh. Gardens and birds, animals and people. Many are gone forever, and even more are corrupted beyond healing. But the Lilithan is stronger. This world will live. Under the watchful eye of my kin, the Lilithan could have regained her freedom, perhaps even awoken from her centuries of slumber. Could have. But now we will never know.
Julia's thin brow quivers slightly, and she turns away. Why did you agree to join me? Is it not strange for an elderly to be following a human?
The outcasts my path led me to had a saying. Let me translate it for you. If you fall off a cliff, grab the roots and do not ask if they belong to a weed or a noble rosebush.
Ah.
You are the root I grabbed, Ilantak. Because I fell off a cliff. My homeworld is gone. My kin are either dead or hiding no one knows where. By joining forces with you, I may be able to nurture a seedling of the truth I so deeply yearn for.
Out of all the Xeno species, the Eldari are kind of the ones you want to keep around. Tell me about your kin, your
I
homeworld.
refuse to discuss this with a monkey. We are but traveling companions who happen to be following the same road among the stars. Do not even try to get under my skin. It will not work.
Look, mate, I just want to help. I must take my leave. Clearly pushing too far is not going to help. Right. We got a couple people left to talk to, but I want to try. I want to do at least something that isn't just talking, because all I've been doing is just talking for the past hour and a half. Getting to know my my crew is nice and all, but I do need to go literally anywhere. I do need to move. Okay, that's good. Oh god, that's rough. Let's. Oh my god, really? WH40K has begun a new stage of development. Oh. Tech crews report a brief malfunction in the Gallop field generator that left the vessel exposed to the warp for a brief second. According to the Enforcer report, something did manage to get into the ship and now is prowling the dark corridors in loading bay 5. Ooh. Send patrols into the affected chamber. Isolate the chamber until the vessel leaves the warp. Ignore the reports. Isolate that chamber. Part of the ship was isolated from the rest until the end of the journey. After the vessel emerged from real space and the chamber was unsealed, it was intact, with the exception of the crew who had barricaded themselves in a far corner of loading bay 5 and bravely resisted the unknown assailant for as long as they could. Their remains have been safely disposed of. Alright. Okay. Let's... How do I... Folks? Oh god, I have to go to each fucking world. Where is it? I have to go to every world in order to do the... Oh, no, I don't... Your lordship. There are alarming reports coming from Janus. A number of strange mutations have been spotted among population in remote agri-complexes. Aside from the obvious disfigurement and the subsequent estrangement, these mutants called wretches by the rest of the colonies are coming together to practice a primitive form of religion involving the ritual worship of the land. While they display no disobedience or hostility, their very existence is concerning. The Janus nobility humbly awaits your decision. What do we know about these wretches? Their mutations cause the loss of skin pigment and the shedding of hair. Some started developing a translucent third eyelid, similarly to that of reptiles. Others have succumbed to progressively atrophy of the larynx, causing the loss of human speech. At the same time, their tendons become denser and more elastic, providing increased endurance and load resistance. The wretches are commonly ostracized due to their grotesque appearance. There haven't been too many cases of mob justice yet, but there will become commonplace after the mutations' deformities become more obvious. The wretches tend to form groups with similarly afflicted are people. Their average level of intellect is low. They all belong to the labor caste and communicate among themselves using primitive vernacular of their own invention. And for the barbaric religion, they are defying both the soil and Janus itself. To them, work in agri-complexes is a form of worship, which has had a positive impact on productivity. What do my advisors have to say? I saw your agents recording the signs these monkey leave behind their idols, and I cannot deny a connection, though a pathetic and extremely abstract one, to the symbols of my people. Their guttural prayers echo the sounds of Assyrian speech. The probability of them having coming into such close contact with civilization is non-existent, yet they are still somehow connected. Protect these people, resettle them to distant abodes where they will not be harmed from their peculiarities, and keep watch. Someday the truth may... The blessed sanction of the Imperium does not grace these mutants, but nor does it declare their existence anathema. Should we sentence them without further study? There are mutants whose existence is fully sanctioned, such as Ogrins, Ratlings, Pariahs, Peligers, Felinids, or Troths. Our library had many treatises on the Genitor's craft, and I could impart some of that knowledge to your servants. Purely theoretical, of course. Okay. This mutation has not been properly studied and is missing from the catalogue. I am not registering a basis for delaying the commencement of immediate genetic purification. I recommend launching a thorough investigation into the genetic makeup of a forbidden strain. Take the number... Okay, what are our options? Resettle them in separate agri-complexes where the crowds will not tear them apart. We will study them. Okay, good. I will take these unfortunate souls under my protection. They are victims of mutation, not villains. Take the required number of the wretches for study and let the others work. As a cliche. Okay, let them atone for their flaw with labor. Take the required number of these wretches to study by the... I will suffer no mutation to live. You know what? Resettle them somewhere else. I feel these monkey have been touched by something wondrous. Heart of the Nameless. This item increases the wielder's seamless lore by +10. If the wearer is Iconoclast adherent, it increases all skills by 10 instead. Ooh. Huh? Heretic Trophy. What the hell? Mutations will be settled to distant agri-complexes where their unorthodox appearance will not put them in danger of being massacred by the serfs. The mutants were put under surveillance. One of the watchmen spotted a mysterious relic in the hands of a group of wretches that turned out to be an item of their own. It is unlikely the mutants understood the nature of the object they worship. Yo! I love increase the profit factor. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, How do I... Okay, how exactly do I... Oh, shit. Well, damn. Lord Captain, the tech priests have made a sinister discovery on Kavagama, a blasphemous machine built at the behest of the wicked Hubris Delphim. The mechanism is capable of picking up the whispers of warp. It is occasionally transmits a discordant binary melody to nowhere in particular, but no encryption data or other threats have been detected. It seems to be a functional side effect of sorts. Okay? Of course, the idea of using a machine instead of astropaths to connect the voices of the warp may seem tempting, but this machine is teeming with corruption. Its fuel tanks are satiated with liquefied souls of your subjects. It has enough for now, but someday it will How could Delphine construct such a powerful, monstrous machine? By defying the dictums of the Omnissiah and venturing into the perilous field of experiments with warp technology, it is dangerous knowledge, but the ancient and incredibly complex Vox core of the mechanism is much older than Delphine was. He probably found it here and made use of it on his own ends. What is the risk? Typical of the contact with the Immaterium, it intercepts information from the warp, which puts the minds and souls of staff serving the machine in jeopardy. The warp is treacherous. What does my retinue think? On behalf of the Inquisition, I hereby declare ban on any contact with this device. It must be removed and given to our acolytes. Normally that would be all, but I will explain further. Out of respect for you, the Inquisition can reap the benefits from the heretical machine. Our trained acolytes are able to carry vigil near it, carefully listening to the dark whispers of the spirits of the Immaterium without succumbing to their corruption. We could discover their plans and warn the rogue trader when any threat. Ooh, yeah, that sounds pretty good. The demons wanted us to hear their vile speeches. Let them hear our righteous cry, but let me summon the most selfless preachers who would dedicate their lives and zeal to reading a litany of fury and rage to this machine. Let the inhabitants of the warp hear our voices and fear us. The blasphemous creation must be anathematized and deconstructed in the name of the knowledge of acquisition. The principle of its operation must be inspected beforehand, in great secrecy, requesting the right to investigate the heretical device before disposing it. You know what? Yes, Heinrich, take it. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm not getting on the bad side of the Inquisition. That sounds like a fucking dumbass idea. The squad of the Inquisition's acolytes secretly requisitioned the corrupted machine. After a short while, some rather curious anonymous warnings began to arrive on Gargonis, and each of them had undoubtedly been paid for with their blood and soul of a selfless defender of the Imperium. Thanks to the information overheard in the whispers of the warp, many heretical plots, blasphemous messages sent by the cult of the Final Dawn have been uncovered, and the Protectorate has gained a new line of defense. Yeah! Ooh! I love it. Okay. Chronicle of Protectorate number 1. Protectorate number 2. How? Do I have to... Do I seriously have to go there in order to fucking sort... Fine. Let me go there. Let's... Okay, we're here. Colony management, sure. What? How exactly does one reach the next rank? Oh, shit. Ah. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, let's see. Ducks. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Look how much. Okay. Okay. Reputation with them. Okay. Reputation with them. Blocks Capelia by. Okay. What does this give me? This gives me. Ooh. That's pretty good. Okay. And it also gives me that. What's this saying yet? People. Focus gains the neurosuppressants for the rebel. All allies gain plus and suffer. Oh, that's also pretty good. Oh. Oh, but this. Well, you know what? Let's start with this, because this doesn't seem to be blocked by anybody. That doesn't seem to be blocked by anyone. Now, can Can I execute? Yes, I can. Oh, blocks flawless servitors. Okay. Let's see. Let's just see. Let's see. Blocks. Okay, this the vigil of the tech guards. Okay. Okay, yes, good. The Lord Captain's Retinue gains the wisdom of the tech guards. The Rogue Trader gains. Ooh, that's pretty good. For all colonies, that's pretty good too. Efficiency is not high enough. Okay. But I just need more people. Okay. What does this give? Is that 9? Interesting. Okay. And lastly, the Chapel of Enumeration. The Lord Captain's voidship gains the Eye of the Omniscient. The August system is connected to a mighty. Enemies suffer -10 to their evasion. That's also pretty good. You know what? There we go. That's something we're gonna need to do. Ah. Wow. So how long does this take? Oh well. Let's go search another planet while we're... Okay. Whoops. Whoopsie. Get out of there. Whoopsie daisy. I meant to go search somewhere else. Okay. Warp travel. This is my profit factor. 34. Profit factor of 34. Oh god. Don't quite want to do that yet. It involves a very scary thing. Okay, there. And then warp travel here. Okay. Planet. Pillars of. Okay. 100 star system. Oh my god. Actually. Huh? To the Imperial. I could just leave. Let's. Okay. Head here. And we haven't visited over here yet. Or like we haven't visited so many places actually. Okay. Very nice. Let's visit a place we kind of need to anyway. Lord Cam. The Vox systems intercepted a distress signal coming from an Imperial vessel. The system contains a ship that belongs to the planetary fleet of Dargonis, a capital of the Von Valancius dynasty. The transmission is repeated at irregular intervals, but the message itself is corrupted. A cacophony of requests for help, groans and shouts. What in the world? It is your name that they are shouting, Lord Captain. Ah. Yo, space dust. This seems like a fucking healthy place. Yo. Yo. I can't wait. Can't wait until one of these turns out to be a fucking ship of death. I don't need more plasteel. Bugger off. Plus I can get plasteel later. Lastly, gutted void ship. Sorry, Heinrichs. I'm bringing my girly pop there. Ooh. There we go. a nice ship. Let's see what's going on here. We can do something else other than talk to people. Alright, team. You visited half the optional locations. Achievement unlocked. Uh-oh.
Is there money to be made?
You really believe your god is sitting somewhere on a throne of gold, watching over you?
Not over me. The God Emperor cares for all his worthy daughters and sons. But a Xenos like you can hardly be expected to grasp the purity of human faith.
Oh god. Well, this person's body is covered in unpleasant looks, gross scabs, and ulcers. They look like fresh mutants. Okay. Mutant enforcers, but mutant. Oh god. The sweetest smell coming from the dead. And odd has been unusual.
I always have a backup plan. Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Myself. Oh, I've got the big boy gun. I forgot. Oh shit. The buggy doggle in there, Huey. Juliet can join you there, Pascal. Where's this fella lie? Pascal. Pascal can go there. Abelard. He can go here. Argenta over here. Cassia. Cassia can kind of join them. Join the crew over here. Let's start. Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
It's as good as done.
Okay. Nope. Let's see. Okay. Well, there we go. Then we can kind of just go on after.
This tedium is beneath me.
Go. Myself.
I'll make it happen.
Then Argenta. Up here. Okay, up here. Then we're just going to do this. And then this.
Faith without deeds is worthless. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Good.
Doubt is for the weak.
Okay, yes. There we go. Then we sprint back a little. Okay. Getting the good old fighting. Why would you do this to me? Oh, okay.
My vow is to serve. As
Okay.
the tactical imperative dictates.
This one. Nope. Nope. Oh, actually, maybe.
Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Damn. That was also just not the one I wanted. Okay. Next step. What do we kind of need to do?
You cannot force me, Elantok.
Okay. Who can we kill in one turn? Doesn't really Makes a free single attack.
I understand your intent. I'll deal death with my hands.
Okay. Then, short over here.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Okay, then just we can get
I am
you
not
going.
your Xenos pet monkey.
Oh god, you're down there. Okay. Okay.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Okay, here. And then we can do this. Okay, that's rough. Finest hour.
In the name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
That's kill that man.
I hear you moving. No more.
Good. Take a shot.
If it serves your cause, no weakness is hidden from my sight.
Then God, you're just too good.
If I may,
Okay, and then take a shot down at this guy. Don't know how you missed that, but alright.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Good. It's looking rough. Just, yeah, but it's Avalon, so it doesn't matter. Let's see. Okay. I'm not gonna be too much help, so.
On it.
Come on, Avalon.
Victory is imminent.
Good.
Indeed.
Good job, Avalon. Sure.
I'll see to it personally.
My lady. Ooh, control shot. Ooh.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay. Reload.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Good. And then I kind of just need to make sure he dies. Damn. Okay. I've been shoved.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Suck nerd. Oh shit, he died. Alright.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Alright. Dispatch. And that's how make
I am a savant of destruction.
There we go. And then what can we do? But I wanna get you. You know what? Get them going.
I deal death with my hands.
Okay. Let's see. Hunt down prey. You. Piercing shot.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
I know.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Ooh, oh,
If it serves your cause.
good. And then just
I understand your intent. Ancestors, guide me.
good. And it who's left on the? What enemies are left on the field? Just you. Let's. Come on. Nope.
I will do my duty.
Okay, come on. Nope.
At your
Yes.
back and forth.
Damn. That's rough. Okay, that's also rough.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Go. Take the shots. Can't believe it. Ooh. Hurt him. Damn.
Doubt is for the weak.
Damn.
I'll do it.
Run then.
Faith without deed is vanity.
Well, at least I get a better amount of resources. Okay. Do. It's time to rob everybody of their things. I love crime. Oh. What? Useless. Utterly useless. Chain axes are nice. Okay. Everyone down. Okay, ooh. Boy. What is it? Also, just don't use that. Let's... anything else that could be good? A safe. Go, Pascal. Open the safe. Use what you are destined to use. Ooh, House of Cassini. I don't know if that's better or worse. Perception. This cape lowers all enemies' perception.
I guide humanity between the stars.
That's... okay. Ooh, Cass. Oh, enemies with their power get expanded to the end of the oh, let's go. Maybe not. Get everybody together. Just so I can select you all. Oh, hang on. God Emperor, deliver us. Clear the passage.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
There's a way upstairs. Close the ranks. Do not let them get to the sarcophagus. Wow.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Ooh, the Navigator's Throne. The handles are extremely worn with visible marks left by nails, evidence of the terrifying hours spent locked in battle with the war. Oh, God. Well, I love loot. Delicious, delicious loot. Well, at least we're getting supplies and resources to ship over to the Trottbacca boy. Ooh, the navigator, the leader of the Raven ship's crew, wipes the sweat from his brow in a motion characteristic of navigators. Not with his whole hand, but 2 fingers moving from left to right and back, so not to touch his third eye, but by accident the movement is the only sign of fatigue he allows himself. His posture is immaculate, shoulders wide, eyes front, as if he did not emerge from a grueling battle and is simply greeting you on the bridge on an eventful day. Greetings, your lordship. Greetings, your lordship. There is no need for introductions. I know the heirs of the Von Valancia line by sight. I am Han of House Cassini, the navigator on this vessel, and as the senior surviving officer, I assumed command after the incident. Lady Navigator, what an unexpected and pleasant meeting, considering the circumstances. Han decorously dips his head to Cassia. I have not had the honor of being personally acquainted with you, but of course I know the emblem of House Orcelio. How fares the Honorable Regent? Cassia Orcelio, she offers a reserved nod. Cordially will not disguise the iceberg coldness of your words. Navigator Han, however, I will tell Regent Aronotto that you inquired after his health. You may pass on my best wishes to Novator Cassini. And now let's set the pleasantries aside. I'm sure the rogue trader would like to ask you a few questions. As Han speaks, others glare at you with adored attention. Up close, you can plainly see that every one of them is a mutant. Their faces and bodies bear the mark of incredibly grotesque deformities, and the same as muttering madmen who attacked you. However, Han's associates seem perfectly clear-eyed, showing no signs of madness. What happened to the ship and crew? The ship's assigned to the port of Dargonis some time ago. The Lord Captain was instructed to deliver a package urgently by hand to you. Your Lordship, we were even shown a pic of your face. The navigator's voice seems calm, yet there is tension in his eyes, which are trained on you. The disaster struck during the warp jump. I will never know all the details, as I was preoccupied with my primary duties. But for some reason, the captain decided to open the package that, as you may have noticed, had most destructive impact on the crew. He frowns. The package contained a chaos artifact, a chaos bomb, if you will. The moment it was removed from its protective cocoon, the crew began to lose their mind and mutate. The first to be afflicted was the captain and the senior officers, but the effect spread with incredible speed. Every deck was consumed by it, every last one. The raging mutants no longer saying damaged many systems. The ship was in distress and would have almost certainly been destroyed had I not resorted to making an emergency exit from the war. The people you see here are the only survivors, or rather, the only ones who were able to retain both their lives and sanity. I gathered everyone I could, isolated the source of the danger, and sent out a distress signal. We were adrift awaiting for help to come and fighting off the mad crew members. Then you arrived. So the Chaos Bomb package was meant for me? Who's the sender? As far as I am aware, the order came from Conrad Vtuber, the Master of Whispers in the Rogue Trader's retinue. It is likely that he arranged the delivery, either personally or through intermediaries. Abelard's face turns a deep print. That blasted traitor beat us to Dargonis, and now is free to act impunitively. It would not surprise me to find out that this was the work of sorcery. How else would he have reached the world in such a short time? Han pauses, then adds bluntly, and almost, your reaction suggests that you were not expecting a package of this sort. That is good to know. I am almost convinced myself that the rogue trader was deliberately collecting chaos artifacts. Do not dare accuse me of colluding with chaos. I am not trained by chaos, and I knew nothing of this package. I can give you my word as not tainted. The affairs of the rogue trader do not concern you. Do not trouble yourself with me this question. I am not tainted by chaos, and I knew nothing of this package. I give you my word as rogue trader. He gives you a searching look, then bows his head. I beg your pardon, your lordship. I saw the terrible death of the entire crew with my own eyes. I was forced to bring the ship out of the warp by means of an emergency maneuver, and then I had to fight my former comrades, insane and twisted. I am tired. However, the sender wanted all of this. Han makes a sweeping gesture at the destruction and corpse of the crew's members around him. To happen to your ship, not ours. Were you not affected by the mutations? Well, that depends. I was born a mutant, you see. Navigators are taught to resist the influence of chaos, and so I have been as best as I could. But I will be frank with you. I cannot be certain that I have avoided it completely. There have been no visible indications yet. All signs point to Han telling the truth, but you also notice clear evidence of just how difficult it is for him to struggle against the corruption. He is extremely tired, practically exhausted. Where's the artifact now? Ooh, okay. The tension in his posture and glaze becomes even more notable. I have placed it inside a protective sarcophagus, more reliable than the previous respiratory. Unfortunately, an artifact as powerful as this could not be destroyed under these circumstances, or rather, I had no assurances that it would not disintegrate every one of us and scatter us across several light hours of neighboring space. But once we are off the ship, I will absolutely find a way to destroy the bar thing. I would like to take a look at it. Probably a bad idea. Phase at Han Cassini, you cannot leave this ship. The corruption of the Chaos Bomb did afflict you, albeit not as strongly as others, and you know this. I can tell by your reaction. We could lay mines in what remains of the ship and blast it with the knowledge of its existence. Trust me, I will take the sarcophagus that holds the artifact and deliver it to those who can destroy it safely. Face it, mate. What are you saying? Unusually reserved. Does the rogue trader not have so low opinion of the Navis Noble? If the corruption of the Immaterium could so easily break our will, maim our soul, the Emperor would never have entrusted us with its secret. Ooh, the exhaustion, tension, and Han's posture. I've been glazing into the eyes of the warp for as long as I can remember, yet I've never been so close to it. It's taken my strength to keep it at bay, but for how much longer can I hold it? I don't want to go mad and become like the others. Yes. Ooh. Let's... I think I will take it. Han gives you a scrutinizing look, then nods. I will have to take you at your word, as I have no other choice. But what will become of me, and my crew remaining? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, okay. If you are a true son of the Navis, you must. Don't let the corruption out your soul. You can come with me, but the remnants of the crew will be terminated. These people are beyond salvation. They're corrupted by chaos. I'm taking you aboard my ship. There my word is law, and no one will dare take issue with you, despite the mutations. Or you can... Okay. I think it's one of these options. You can come with me, but the remnants of the crew will be terminated. I'm taking you aboard my ship. There my word is law, and no one will dare to take issue with you, despite the mutations. Ooh. Okay. Yes, you can come with me, but the remnants of the crew will be terminated. These people are beyond salvation. They're corrupted by chaos. These are my people. We live through this nightmare together. I am responsible for them. All of us leave the ship, or none of us do. Okay. You know what? I'm taking you with me. Gained up. That's a good amount of experience. Thank you. Salute for adding Lord Captain. I need to check my Arcana class. Like, I need to check my stats. Ooh. Ooh. Everyone's very iconoclastic. Except for Uriat, who has kind of nothing. Let's see. What else can I rob? I've come here to crime. Oh, by crime I mean I'm just taking what is my rightful due. Okay. Let us go. Your crew's coming with me. Sure, why not?
Keep your wits about you.
I highly doubt one of these corpses are going to get up. So, another one of the original ships has been discovered. Should be 2 more, probably from here. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Yeah. Rotor has been seen to observe his forces work and great investigation with his presence on the officer's deck. Okay. Let's we've done a little bit of exploring. No more. Let's get the rest of this talking done. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. Yes, you. The High Factorum Janus Dunrock greets you with a cool smile and a merest hint of a bow. Pleasure to see you, Lord Captain. However, I can oh my god. Remind me, what is your role on the ship? As the High Factorum, my duties encompass anything that might nourish you and your protectorate. I see to it that your suppliers deliver all shipments on time, that our partners do not weasel out of their promises, and that all servants remember that the Emperor's grace can only be earned through toil and for the good of the von Delancius dynasty. I also make arrangements to assure that our hold receives less than thorough inspections by port customs officers, and I find buyers for whatever you wish to sell. And of course, I ensure that the Protectorate's worlds prepare their tithe in timely fashion. Let none ever say in their lifetime that the dynasty has disgraced itself with late payment of the sacred tribute. How did you come to serve for the bar? I come from Dargonis, your lordship. I have been a subject of your dynasty since birth, and I have always strived to be the great rogue trader. Alas, it was my fate to be primary heir of my family due to my being 15th in line for the tithe, so I decided not to stand in the way of those behind me in case they attempted to shorten the line list waiting at my expense. Janris lets out an almost comely chuckle. While my brothers and sisters schemed against one another, I studied the exact sciences and mastered bookkeeping, the greatest art of the Adeptus Administratum. I must admit that the accumulation of wealth, something one can control, is far more exciting than hunting, carousing, and the other traditional amusements of my noble peers. What was it like working for Theodora? Oh, now that's a tricky question, lordship. Do you ask it of everyone, knowing they risk losing their heads should they slip up a careless remark about your predecessor? I shall put it thus. Working with Lady Theodora was never boring and always profitable. The Imperium was billions of subjects, but very few do what they love and what they suited to. I would say Lady Theodora was one of the fortunate ones. She was a model rogue trader, and she surrounded herself with those who excelled and loved their work. Hers was a rare talent indeed. I wish to know what you think of fellow crew. keeping tabs on your subordinates? A wise move. Tell me, who interests you, and I'll endeavor to be as honest as possible. His eyes light up. He is obviously eager to speak his mind. Tell me, what do you think about Abelard? Lady Theodora managed to do what even the Imperial Navy couldn't not. Teach Master Winterson to carry out orders that he fundamentally disagrees with. I do not know what method she used, but the result is impressive. Having said that, there is something else you need to know, Lord Captain. Your seneschal is capable of being something far greater than a mere conduit of your will. He possesses the cunning and experience to run the Protectorate passably whenever Lady Theodora was away, and that really is saying something. Keeping an eye on an old officer, I say, or alternatively turn him into a faithful ally. I'd like to hear your opinion of Conrad. I hope I never see him set foot aboard this vessel again, not even a servitor, although he would be able to do at least some good in that way. Someone has to clean the latrines after all. He gave us quite a fright on that ill-fated day, Lord Captain, and still, to speak candidly, I never enjoyed Master Vtuber's company, but I believed him to be a man who knew how to do his job. Regrettably, I was mistaken. It turned out Conrad lacked the most important quality of a master of whispers, unwavering loyalty to the rogue trader, and his failing came to light in the most deplorable manner. What do you think of Tolliman? Ah, yes, the Voidborn. You know, in my family we use such creatures as quarry whenever we went hunting. Mutants are the bane of humanity, as unseen consumer that threatens to end us all. But I digress. In the brief time that Tolliman has spent in the post of her, I have not noticed any significant flaws in her character or anything that would make me question her professional qualities. Needless to say, she is very vigilant. As in any Voidborn seeking to earn their master's affection, I believe you can trust in her skills and loyalty. I wish to discuss something else. I want to know more about the people who buy our plunder. Of course, Lord Captain. Who interests you exactly? We most often deal with the followers of St. Drusus, the Explorators, the Palabas Mission, or, Emperor forgive us, the Fellowship of the Void. Ooh. What do the followers of the require from us? The Drusians still hope to bring the Cronus Expanse into the warm embrace of faith, just as their flock hopes to receive the aid of the Drusian missionaries. Each crate of food, shipment, or clothes, or boxes of medicine marked with your seal is sign. The rogue trader himself believes in the sect's future success. Reverend Hieronymus is the first among the Drusians, and is most often seen at football's great atrium, a gloomy fellow, but some almost believe him to be a saint. Tell me more about the Explorators, members of the Explorator Cognizance fleet, which has been roaming the Cronus Expanse for a good while now. Omnissiah knows what they are hoping to find, but their acolytes regularly show up on inhabited worlds, seeking bits of sacred knowledge, tracking down mechanical relics, and sniffing out Xeno artifacts. If truth be told, supposedly they want to save the ignorant rabble from corruption. A tech priest named Opticon22 does business with us on the fleet's behalf. We can be found at the football's dock. Our mission is the Calabasca mission. The masters of the cold trade, immoral criminals, and notorious crooks to the last man. The mission is but one branch of the Mafia gang that has taken the Laxus scepter. You can do business with them as long as you take the necessary precautions. They are led by Baladam Takara, who recently appointed himself Liege of Football. Of course, he is a trusted ally of the rogue trader Winterscale, but he will not refuse you, another of the Emperor's anointed. If you wish to talk to Baladam, look for him in the Liege's palace on Footfall. What is the Fellowship of the Void? Emits a laugh. A pompous name, is it not? In truth, they are a gang of pirates who are forever squabbling over loot and territory. However, some of their little flotillas need supplies, or can take all good cargo off our hands without asking questions. Of course, there is always a risk that their scoundrels will change their minds and attempt to board us instead. But so far, the macrocans have managed to keep them in line. They say Isaac Calvaria speaks on the Fellowship's behalf. The Adeptus Amascius on the Footfall is rumored to be her favorite haunt. Why are we giving spells away to these people in the first place? To profit from them, of course. Those are the things that you will find during your specialists are junk to ones such as yourself, but the less fortunate servants of the Emperor think them treasures, especially when they are bestowed by the rogue trader himself. Drusian fanatics and pirate cutthroats, caliber dealers, and exploiters, none will refuse our help in the dark and trying times, and there may come a time when we shall be the ones requesting aid, and it will be beneficial to have allies willing to provide it. I suggest we change the subject. Certainly, Lord Captain. I would like to order the shipping and transmission of some goods. Oh! Ooh. The Druze. Alright. Oh, so we don't have to go back to Footfall. That is lovely. That is lovely indeed. Explorers. Ooh. What is this? Oh. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for just me. That's just good. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what this has again. Just so do you have a special bolt gun? No. If you had a special bolt or weapon proficiency. Okay. Calabasca mission. Oh, you. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that could be really good for you, Juliet. Excuse me, what now? Rifle deals an additional 32 to Drukhari enemies. What's this? I saw it the raw. Stormbolter. Okay. There's a lot of stuff. So, an Imperial Navy. Okay. Okay, let's try and get some stuff. Void Heretic Trophies. Let's just get that, just so we can buy everything. Ooh, torpedo? 4-shot. Hazmat. Ooh, okay. And this? Hey. Oh. That's pretty good. Oh, so that's when we can get our trade stuff going on. Okay. Thermal capable firing force or burning plasma torpedoes with damage. Short burning plasma. 99. Oh, that's not that great. 70 points, 80 points. A doubled against Ooh. Yes, please. Upgrade RAM. Oh, I kind of want to keep that for now. I forgot I haven't finished talking to him. I would like to replace the painting of Late Theodora in my chambers. Hang my... I wish to bolster my retinue with skilled fighters. My retinue... Ooh. I will show you this. Huh? Select the character to reset the pro... Ah! Okay, so that's how that works. I wish to rest assured there are people of the most outstanding talents among thousands of the crew. I will contact the overseers at once. How's it? What? Who? Hecata. Closing the Facebook. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. I would like, yeah. Yeah. Honestly, the Explorators and I think the Calabasca mission are probably going to be the best I've got for right now. Let's just do all of that. All right, head to the bottom. Hide untradeable. Xenos artifact, Xenos artifact, Xenos artifact. Let's see. Heretic trophies. We can sell the Mechanicus creations back to the Mechanicus. Ooh, Xenos artifact. Oh, what do we need? There we go. Trude, give me. Oh, a mine scrambler grenade, bladed boots. Ooh. Or the what the hell? Telepathy. So that could work better with Heinrichs. Okay. Then God. Okay, let's. Who actually likes Mechanicus creations the most? They don't like Mechanicus creations at all. Do you like Mechanicus creations? No. Oh, okay. No. Honestly, let's just get them. Okay. Let's get Heretic Trophies, Holy Gift. Mechanicus creation. Mechanicus creation. Okay, back top. Sure, yep. Ship component, sure. How does fuel go up? Creation. Mechanicus creation. Ship component. Mechanicus creation. Holy Gift. Mechanicus creation. Yes. Goggles or self-calibrating goggles. The wearer's successful single attack inflicts a stun of the target for 1 round. If the target fails a willpower resistance. Okay. Let's go. But we can get better. We can slowly get better. We can trade somebody else in a bit. That should be all the regular nerds spoken to. Okay. Let's talk to Jay.
May the Exalted One protect you. Have you grown bored without our little talk, Shireen?
You don't look like a typical smuggler.
No truer words have ever been said. I'm far more exciting than some small-time peddlers from Footfall. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Jai Amira Fatqin Tamiri Ash Ifrit, the 12th daughter of the Lord of Ifrit.
That was definitely words.
A distant world at the fringes of the Imperium.
Okay.
The youngest child is destined to become a bargaining chip in the family's political games. But I was unwilling to accept such a fate, and wanted to choose what to become and which path to follow. When I learned the Exalted One watches over hundreds of other worlds amidst distant stars, I understood there was an entire world of opportunities beyond Ifrit. All I had to do was break the familial bonds tying me down and escape the planet. Which I did a long time ago.
Why did you come to the Cronus Expanse?
The Cronus Expanse. A gorgeous name, isn't it? But this backwater wasn't my original destination when I escaped Sherin. Oh no, it was the rumors of incredible freedom that brought me to the Cronus Expanse. Freedom that is generously bestowed upon everyone who can survive in these parts. All doors are open here. You can become a saint, a mogul, a kingmaker, or anyone you like.
Whoa.
Here, hard work pays off. Unless you're used to lying by the roadside and complaining instead of toiling for the good of your soul, glory, wallet, or whatever floats your boat. I'm used to working hard. And so I found my blessing.
Okay. How did you escape Efreet?
I convinced my father I personally wished to oversee the inspection of imported goods. I had to get experience so I wouldn't bring shame on our family, didn't I? I made friends with traders, missionaries, and soldiers at the port. I listened to their stories, studied the charts, learned what documents I had to forge to escape the planet.
Damn.
A kind word here, a shiny coin there. And here I am, in the iron belly of a ship, braving the void in search of a new life.
Judging by your implants, you've had quite a few shaves over the years.
Consider it a mark of my trade.
Damn.
This year, Xenos. Dumb-headed orcs. Who knew that we weren't the only ones to get tempted by the wreck of that raider? As for this treasure, I received it as a reward for a life that had been just a little too good. I was in a hurry to get to the Adeptus Amasacus after the Exalted One blessed me with immense wealth. I was 2 backstreets away from the den when a pathetic ashmag attacked me, envious of somebody else's fortune.
Damn. She drags her thumb across her throat. Yikes. You are familiar with implants like the one that has replaced Jay's neck. It is merely one of a part of a massive augmentation replacing the internal organs. A slit throat could not have been the cause for installing such a sophisticated device. Oh my god. Thanks for sharing.
All relationships are based on mutual trust. That goes for business too.
Okay, tell me about your background again.
The youngest child is destined to become a bargaining chip
Oh,
in the
no thank you, actually.
All relationships are based on mutual trust.
I have seen the chat.
The dark side is the real Cronus Expanse, if you ask me. But what do you want to know about it, Sherin?
How do they do things on football?
Dynastiers drink with criminals. Rogue traders strike deals with the Casbalica. And dozens of ships stop off for a welcome break from a long voyage. Is there a more beautiful place in the entire Imperium? The Emperor is merciful to the meek and the powerful alike. There's a job for everyone as long as they have a head on their shoulders. And if you feel like talking to him in person, the statue of the Exalted One can be seen from any asteroid.
The Exalted One
You
is
can
the
pray
Emperor.
to your heart's content.
Tell me about the Calabasca mission.
An ancient crime cartel that originated with the first settlers of the Calixis sector. It is run by shadowy clans with robber barons at the helm. Cross their path, and you risk making enemies all over the Cronus Expanse, or even the entire Imperium. As for the agents, they are just shameless, greedy scum. Every third person on Footfall is a Casbalican. But that doesn't mean all that rotten filth is acting together. I've been set up more than once just so some Casbalican can get one over on his rivals. And yet, the Casbalica is generous to its customers. If you can afford it. Anything can be obtained, organized, and transported for the right price. The customer is always right, unless they happen to be a rat. In which case...
Jay sighs and throws up her hands.
Forgive me, Sherin. I'm not too fond of the ones I am forced to share the market with. Especially since they are nowhere near as good as me.
Damn. Are you one of Calabasca's robber barons?
What gave you such an outrageous idea? Was it my immaculate garment? My gorgeous jewelry? Do not worry, Sherin. I will let you know once I become a baroness, should the Exalted One will it. Just imagine the strong and fruitful alliance that could be forged between a rogue trader and the mastermind of the Casbalica.
Damn. How did you become a Casbalica agent?
It's not hard to do on Footfall.
Damn.
I spent a year working for good old Christo. He was a brave soldier who gave up the ghost in a scuffle with orcs, and then took over his business.
Damn,
Having
orcs
a good head
mentioned.
on your shoulders and keeping the Exalted One in your heart helps to establish new contacts quickly. Eventually, I gathered together a group of honest and loyal people. And it only
Yeah.
took a few successful
Crime.
contracts for the Trottbacca to
I
take
love
notice.
crime.
I quickly settled on footfall and started dispensing my wisdom to my protégés and subordinates. I lost the taste for getting my hands dirty.
Damn. Tell me about the cold trade.
It really is simple, Shireen. The Trottbacca runs the Imperium's black market, offering special goods to those who can afford their services. Yes, I am talking about Xeno artifacts too. Alien weapons, technology, sometimes even certain kinds of living creatures. Unlike the rogue traders whose sacred warrants make them immune even from the laws of the Exalted One, Trottbaccan agents are used to hiding and covering their tracks. Nobody wants to draw unwanted attention, no matter who might take an interest. Especially now that the Coronis Expanse has a warrior of the Golden Throne as its watchman.
Damn. Let's change the subject.
Why not? The decision is yours, Shireen.
Oh my god, so many. Argentus seems to have gotten under your skin, am I right?
Argenta? What could be more beautiful than the sight of a sister of battle, whose mere presence casts light in the dark corners of lost souls such as mine? But alas, what remains of my sanity is telling me that poor Jai can only admire the radiance of this angel, forsaking any hope of ever touching her wings.
Damn. I mean, Argenta's pretty cool, though. Tell me about your business.
My trade means knowing the right people and none.
There's so many text
Having
options,
the right
dialogue
connections,
options.
and making sure the precious goods find their way into the hands of my no less precious customers. My wisdom includes the knowledge of the enemies of humankind, be they Xenos or the lowest scum in the Imperium, as well as the latest knowledge about how much they charge for any particular curio at the footfall market. Not even the most cunning Aji will deceive you as long as I am with you, Shireen. I promise you that. Whatever I have can be yours too, if your unfathomable wealth isn't enough for you already, I mean.
Do you do business with the enemies of humanity?
It has been known to happen.
What?
After years of dealing with Xenos, I've learned their customs, and even got a grasp of their language. Except they cringe whenever I start speaking. Arrogant sods. They dislike even our voices, but they never turn away our valuables. Then again, I'm used to seeing sour faces. In this trade, the easily offended go out of business.
Perhaps your knowledge will serve the Fond Lancius protectorate. Say what you want, but concerning Xenos' betrayal of the Imperium. Ooh, perhaps your knowledge will be helpful.
I have no doubt you will have to deal with Xenos sooner or later. When that time comes, Shireen, you will thank the Exalted One for sending me to stand at your side.
You have many talents.
Thank you, Shireen. Being able to read and write is chief among them.
Damn.
You may not be aware, but this science is beyond the abilities of
a talent of
the
basic
subjects.
literacy
And
skills.
yet they happily keep drudging along in their factories, fundy, and assembly lines. Me? I didn't escape Ifrit to consign myself to such misery. It was literacy that paved my path to copied orders, forged signatures, counterfeited papers.
Damn,
The
she's
wonderful
literally
things that make
she's
the wheels
literally
of
saying that like
bureaucracy turn in the right direction.
basic literacy skills is what's making her incredibly useful. Are you really that rich?
Compared to the rabble on footfall, perhaps. Compared to you. Be it power or money, I still have a long way to go. I could purchase one of Footfall's asteroids, but not a planet. I could subjugate a few gangs from the shady districts, but not Vladium. And so the answer to your question is no. I do not consider myself rich. I am not rich enough.
You could be sitting back, reaping the fruits of your own work. So why have you chosen to embrace the vicissitudes of life aboard a void ship?
You're fun to talk.
This is my house. I don't really have a choice.
Contracts and agreements neatly tucked away on Footfall. Well, I did that for how many years? But here, among the stars, you are always balanced on a knife edge. Nothing thrills me more than the tension of a warp jump,
Oh
or the
god.
danger that lurks around every corner on a planet. Footfall was beginning to make me fat and stupid, Shireen. I do not want that.
Oh, alright.
I am counting on life in your retinue being more exciting than sitting behind a desk in my office.
What about your gang that stayed back up for? Do you
Do I
trust them?
trust the trickster twins? By the exalted one, no.
No.
The underhanded rogues
Of
of Footfall
course.
came up with that name for a reason. The tricks of those frenzied ashmags are all about things far more intriguing than the honest and law-abiding subjects of the Imperium can imagine.
Like me. I'm
On the other
law-abiding.
hand, this is why I am keeping them close. Kor and Tora know who lifted them out of the cesspit proudly called the Shadow Quarters.
Damn.
And who has been feeding that ravenous beast their insatiable lust for lucre. No, they are not going to betray me if only because they know I am now a part of your entourage, Shireen. They're
Damn.
not going to let the biggest pie in the Imperium pass them by without trying to get a slice for themselves.
Ah, of course. Tell me about the Xenos.
Vicious, cruel, dangerous
big
beasts.
fans.
Humans hold little interest for Xenos. We are entertainment for them, a means to keep boredom at bay. A commodity. But some of them contact us once in a while using their own people. Do not deceive yourself by thinking you are safe because there are no Xenos in sight.
Damn.
Those Agi are as cunning as they are ruthless. They cleverly pull at the strings of spies and traitors, subjugate those who do not fall for the promised reward, transform the ones who resist their promises into soulless puppets. The Emperor watches over me, and that is why I still haven't succumbed to the fate of many of my associates who have lost their lives to the stringy scoundrels.
Damn. Let's talk about something
I think we've
else.
said all there is to say on this topic.
Did you know Theodore of Ambulancius?
It is difficult not to be aware of the powers that be, especially ones like Lord Captain Theodora. But we never met personally, as the difference between our positions was far too great. Theodora was a mighty ruler, the center of her own universe, and I, a pathetic speck, was nothing
Damn.
next to her. But you were kind to me, Shireen, and in my eyes, that puts you above your esteemed aunt, or whoever she was to you.
Ooh, yeah. I'm not gonna ask this one because this one looks like the romance dialogue. You keep using words I don't understand, like calling me Shireen.
The language on Ifrit, my home world, is quite different from the one spoken in the Coronis Expanse.
Ah.
We bestow more than one meaning upon each word, allowing our wise men to fully express their sagacious thoughts, and us lowly dabblers, our base passions and desires.
Damn.
Take Agi, for example. That is what I call
Sorry, I just
every
noticed
piece of
this.
scum and villain, because Agi
Holy
means
shit.
evil and foe and pathetic worm unworthy of consideration. Or take Ashmag. It means fool and little brother and blind man who stumbled and would fall into a pit without guidance.
Damn.
Shireen means friend and comrade and roommate in a battle formation, like we are.
Damn. I'll see you later.
I have no doubt you will.
Okay. Vince's bread red. Okay. Let's talk to Capella. Domin Boki Domin puts a dagger she has been using to reopen her freshly closed wounds. That's freaky. Okay. Tell me about yourself.
I am the second spinner of the blood-spun web. A spear in the hand of the undying Emperor. I am your shield and shadow. Your blade.
Okay. That's succinct. Do you just like talking about yourself? Tell me about your past.
I remember nothing of my childhood. The Vizier says this is because of my training and the injuries I received in battle. He told me it is the fate of all high spinners. The only memories I have are of the blood-spun web and the brothers and sisters who serve the cult alongside me.
How succinct. Do you not like?
The tenets compel us to let our deeds speak on our behalf.
Ah.
There is no one in the cult who does not know me. So I have grown accustomed to taciturnity in matters regarding myself. Ask, and I will try to give you an answer that will satisfy your thirst for knowledge.
Oh. What was it like growing up in the cult? What do you remember?
When we were young, we would sew our eyes shut and wander through the bays for months at a time. Starving, surviving, dying. This trial of darkness honed the senses of those who passed it. We were elated, for we knew we were blessed.
God, I
by
forget
him.
how weird cult people
When
sound.
we grew older, we learned to wield our weapons, and our mentors tested us with pain, poison, and the weight of deceitful words. In time, our bodies no longer felt pain. Our blood became resistant to toxins, and our focus could not be shaken. We were at peace, for we had shed everything that could encumber our faithful service to him. When we came of age, we faced a great trial. A year-long vigil spent in unceasing prayer to the Undying One. When hunger and other base sensations faded away, we attained true comprehension of ourselves and our place in the world. Our place between life and death. We were proud, for on that day, he truly accepted us, and we accepted him.
It must have been difficult to go through all of that as a
It
child.
is impossible to understand the value of your body and spirit if you've never experienced physical or emotional pain. Pain is temporary, but experience endures.
Now that's wisdom.
Experience can be sharpened like a blade and turned into mastery. I've never regretted walking the thread I was destined to follow.
Your parents, your family, you never mentioned them.
When we join the cult, we relinquish our past. The blood-spun web becomes our new family. I have seen the pain, terror, and doubt in the eyes of those who hear the Undying One whisper the names of their kin. For some, the blessing of oblivion is a gift not unlike death.
Do you not wish to know what had become of your family? You may not remember your real family, but you are truly so unconcerned with the deaths of your fellow. I presume you have no friends either.
Attachment makes us weak. The weak meet their demise prematurely.
I see.
But such death does not please the Undying One. For a soul must not be claimed before their time has come. It is true that spinners occasionally cross paths with those outside the cult. But such paths always diverge in the end. We may walk the same road together, but we are nothing more than temporary
But why am I getting,
companions.
wisdom from the cult
It
member?
is similar for those of your retinue. Our threads may intertwine for a time, but all will go their separate ways, as is inevitable. But not you and I, Domin. Our threads cannot be unwoven. And only the Undying One will end my service to you.
Damn. Do you not wish to know what became of your family?
No.
The answer escapes Cabela's own lips before she can give it any thought. Upon realizing this, she produces a small blade seemingly out of nowhere and begins to sharpen it with pointed nonchalance. Oh. You may not remember your real family, but are you truly so unconcerned by the deaths of your fellow cultists?
It brings me comfort when my brothers and sisters crossed to the other side. The Undying One has called them to his side, so they can serve him in ways we cannot.
I understand you better now.
Know your enemy and prevail in battle. Know your ally and prevail in war.
Do you truly feel no pain at all?
You can see for yourself.
Ella removes a small leather pouch from her belt and opens it to reveal several instruments of torture. What are those?
Tools for tempering the flesh. If a spinner neglects this practice for too long, their body will weaken and their sensitivity to pain might return. If it does, they will feel the overwhelming agony of every wound they have ever endured and go mad with torment
so you basically fucked yourself.
The Undying Emperor whispers their name.
Tormenting yourself almost seems to give you pleasure.
Is it possible to experience pleasure if one feels nothing?
You know what? Valid. You know what? I'm not going to argue that. Very well, let's just see how impervious to pain you are. Okay. An assortment of small but sophisticated torturous tools are laid out before you. Ugh. Stab a sharp prongs of forks beneath her. Skin with several. You know.
Do you have other questions?
I don't need to test her pain abilities. I don't need to do that. I'm a little squeamish. Your fighting style is unique. Do you think it is something I can learn?
Your body will fail you, Domin.
Oh fuck. Just flat fucking no.
Your tendons will snap. Your heart will stop.
Oh.
Our rituals of self-perfection are unending. They demand absolute dedication and decades of special training. However, if you devote the next 30 years of your life to its study, you might be able to learn the basics.
Thanks for sharing with me.
It's not difficult to speak the truth.
Gesture at the... Oh my god, there's so many more. Gesture at the scars covering Cabela's skin. You torture your own flesh. What is the meaning of this ritual?
Torture? I bear the sacred marks of the Undying One's service. Death has bestowed them upon me. Though others may cherish hollow riches or meaningless beauty, it is my duty to cherish his gift of blood. Each wound is a symbol of our service.
Not sure about that one.
Each drop of blood carries his blessing. To renounce these scars is to renounce the Undying One himself.
Oh, okay.
Death whispers to me, you are worthy of bearing his marks. Tell me, Domin, do you wish to honor your flesh with his gifts?
I presume this will not be a painless procedure.
I have not felt pain in a long time. But yes, your body will certainly suffer. Embrace the pain and make it a part of you. It will be your salvation, even on your darkest days.
I would rather not put a dagger to me.
Cannot be given to one who is not ready to receive it.
Oh god, I thought she was going to be upset. Just like, oh god, I'm not ready to experience that level of fucking pain. Did you ever meet Theodora?
I met her once when I was young. The Vizier saw a serpent hiding among those close to Domin Theodora, ready to sink its fangs into her throat. I was ordered to find the serpent and sever the soul from
She speaks
body.
very slowly.
I watched and waited for weeks. I hid among the shadows, the air ducts and the faceless masses. Once I found the serpent, I sliced off its head and returned to the temple. I doubt that Domin Theodora ever saw me, but the 3 ritual cuts I left behind on the body let her know that this death was pleasing to him. They sent us a grand feast from the upper decks before the cycle's end. We gave it to the hungry.
Alright. You address me as Domin. What does that mean?
The Gothic we use to communicate is different to that spoken on the upper decks. Domin has many meanings. Giver of life, Lord or Lady of the Ark, and Shadowless Sun. The matriarch Spider gave this title to the rogue trader who allowed her to form the blood-spun web. We use other titles as well. For example, Venai means Master of the Immaterium, or Watcher of the Veil. Vil means one who must go to the other side. Amig means one you can trust in battle.
Damn. So I can trust, I can just Argenta, Abelard, Pascal, and Cassia. They're all Amics to me. If the Undying One whispers my name, will you carry out his will?
Lords and wretches are equal before death. If such is the Undying One's will, I will guide you to him, Domin.
Okay. Tell me about the Emperor's Terror.
I use blood to read his sacred cards and hear the whisper of the Undying One. His tarot is not an answer, but a question I ask of the universe. And the universe answers with questions of its own. In this sacred communion, I perceive hundreds of possible outcomes. They are all true, and yet they are only visions. I know what will come to pass, and yet I do not.
How did you come to have a deck of his tarot?
It is a holy relic that has been passed down from generation to generation.
Conceptually, that's a crazy idea.
Only the first and second
And kind of funny.
Are allowed to study the sacred cards and interpret their meaning. We use his tarot to guide the cult and discern the tangled threads of fate.
Ooh. How many cards are in your deck?
34. There used to be more, but some have perished in the darkness of time. Their loss is a great tragedy for the blood-spun web.
The Emperor's Terror is usually read by sanctioned psychers.
I am the spear of his retribution, not a witch or a sorcerer or a soothsayer. I have no strange powers, but I do bear his blessing.
Alright.
I do not command the veil. I am guided by his whisper and led by my faith, by the tenets.
Whoa.
Please, do not mistake me for something I am not.
Oh, sorry. You occasionally feel a shiver run down your spine, or detect faint sparks in the air when you are standing next to Cabela. It seems her powers only manifest when she is practicing divination, or in moments of pious exaltation. Cabela herself does not seem to be aware of her gift. So she's a little bit psychic. That's neat. Can you give me a reading?
Ask the cards, Domin, and I will listen.
What does the future hold for me? Cabela draws 4 cards from the deck and lays them face down before you. Ooh, I'm getting a reading.
The first card is the young warrior. It suggests inexperience, a path of becoming. The second card is the shattered world inverted. The path will have twists, turns, and thorns.
Okay.
But you will gather allies along the way and find what was lost.
Ooh, yeah.
The third, the Hound Inverted.
Ooh.
Someone has marked you as their prey and is chasing you through a field of traps. The Lost Child. You will leap into one of those traps of your own free will and place your trust in someone truly desperate.
Oh, this was probably a telling of how the game works. Like chapter 1 is the inexperience. Chapter 2 is getting allies. Chapter 3 is dealing with more shit, and then the last one, I have to make a call. Let's speak about something else. Okay. I'd like to know more about the sacred mysteries of the Death Cult.
The Vizier taught us that there are many like us throughout the Imperium who spill blood in his name.
So many.
Death cultists, as they call us. He said that no two death cults are the same, just as there are no two identical stars in the void. I will tell you about the blood-spun web, but I cannot speak on behalf of all death cults.
Okay. What is the cult's purpose?
The blood-spun web holds the bays of the flagship together with the threads of its faith. Such is our service to the Domini of the Von Valancius line. The Undying One commanded the Domini to embark on a ship and sail the void's expanse. And thus, it became our duty to protect your dynasty and the Ark that became its home. This great relic of blood and adamantine.
Ooh.
Some loathe and fear us. They call us murderers and reapers. Others call us dancers of death, who send the souls of the dead on their way. Both are right. Both are wrong. We are servants of the undying Emperor. When he whispers that the time has come for a righteous martyr's soul to be laid in his blessed hands, we come to claim it. When he whispers that the wicked must know of his wrath, we come to reap. This is how we maintain order on the ship, unseen and guided by death's will.
You hear a whisper in your mind telling you to kill someone and you obey. Have you ever considered that these whispers could be a deception orchestrated by the Minions League? How do you know? Have you made a mistake? Ooh. You ever considered that?
Death's whisper is unmistakable.
Damn. Can't believe it.
It's not like the murmur of stars or the hiss of corruption. It is truthful, pure.
Yeah, but how would you know?
unyielding. Only
How
the
would you know,
most
bro?
eminent
How would
of
you know?
us, the high spinners, can hear the whisper of the Undying One and give voice to his will. They must hone their senses and temper their body and soul for years before his call can reach them. If it puts you more at ease, you can think of these whispers as his providence.
How do you know you have never made a mistake? How can you be sure you have never wrongly robbed one of your victims of their life?
We are carried along by a current of blood in the great river of fate.
Yeah? Your blood? Yeah?
Life
Like that?
is not given or taken away by chance. If I see an enemy of humanity, my blade will sever the thread of their existence. I will not wait for a sign of his divine bidding. I am his will, and I do what must be done.
Be that as it may, your thirst for blood is troubling.
There is no thirst, only duty. Killing brings us no pleasure. We are instruments of his will, and this is how we serve him.
Okay. Stares at you intently, or perhaps too intently. She says nothing. How long has the Bloodspun Web
Spinners
existed?
carved the chronicles of our history on the stones of our temple long ago.
What, there's rock on
Fate
my
and
ship? What?
time have erased our past.
Oh, the fresh back
Just
rooms?
as an
My ship,
exploding
apparently.
star erases a part of the galaxy from existence.
What are the responsibilities of the
It is
Vizier?
the Visier's duty to watch over the flock, to lead those who want to learn more of the Undying One, but are fearful of death, and guide those who seek answers in death, but do not know how to live. The Vizier protects all. Those who do not know we exist, those who are grateful for our service, and even those who hate us. The Vizier sees what is to come, remembers the past, and accepts the present. They spin a web of faith and blood so strong that no enemy may sunder it. This is the Vizier's burden. This is the legacy of the matriarch spider.
Damn. Who is the matriarch
It
spider?
is said that she was one of many, born in the
Oh god.
village,
I love blocks of
subject.
fucking text.
She honored death,
But I gotta
instead of
listen
life.
just in case.
And for this, she was persecuted. It is said that when the arch enemy's forces invaded the flagship during a warp jump, she gathered the Undying One's servants around her and saved the ship from ruin. Together, they spun the first threads of the web to ensure that such devastation would never happen again. It is said that she was strong and indomitable, but as the years passed, her heart became as stone, and thus the Undying One whispered her name to the one who would become the first Vizier of the blood-spun web.
Why do you call yourself spinners?
Through blood, sweat, tears, and the strength of their convictions,
God, it's
the
getting
servants
less.
of the Undying One spin the souls of your subjects into threads of balance. This is why we refer to ourselves as spinners. Those who are newly committed to the blood-spun web are called lesser spinners. If they are faithful in their service to him, they may eventually become spinners. The most devout of us all are known as the High Spinners, of whom there are 7, each bearing a unique title. The Vizier, the first spinner, leads the cult. I, Kibella, am the second spinner. The third spinner's name is Io, and
Io?
there are 4 more.
Damn. You say the God Emperor is death. There are some who might find the comparison blasphemous.
The Undying One is death itself. We serve him, and thus we serve death. This is not a comparison, attribution, or preference. It is the truth, and nothing can change it.
Can you teach me to follow the...
The tenets are knowledge, an art that is passed down from one generation of the blood-spun web to the next.
God, we're nearly at the end of this
Even
text
so,
line.
there are spinners who will never fully comprehend this knowledge in the time allotted to them by the Undying One. The tenets dictate how one follows the thread of life, but they are also the thread itself, from first breath to last. The tenets cannot be taught, they must be lived. Only then will you understand.
You have set aside my curiosity for now. Oh god. I am ready for the binding ritual.
Then follow me, Domin.
Oh god. Okay. God, that took so fucking long. Oh, pardon me. That took so fucking long. Holy shit. She's a yapper. That's crazy. Who would have thought that the one who's so interested in death wants to talk about it so much? Hello? I'm here. Hi.
Are you ready to step into the labyrinth, Domin?
What exactly are we going to do?
This is the ritual of binding. By the Undying One's will, our fates are now as one.
Okay.
But I must still guide you into the maze of my mind.
Huh?
Although it is my predestination alone to walk its corridors in search of answers, your image must become part of the tangle.
Wow.
For I am your shadow, Domin, and your
Yes.
presence will aid me in sensing whatever threats may be looming over you.
Ooh, what is all of this on the floor?
Instructions, directions, a depiction of the
God.
puzzle that can only be solved within one's own consciousness by following
Oh,
its
no.
bends and turnings. I do not require these lines to find my way, but for you, they will serve as a guiding thread.
I am ready, Cabela. Let us begin.
Your weapon for the ritual. Watch the lines on the floor. You can only pass through the gaps. The rest, you need not know. Enter the labyrinth, Domin.
Sorry, what now? I have no idea what's going on. Damn, I expertly knew how to do that.
Your shadow now walks the labyrinth, and my gaze can now see when danger draws near you.
Oh. Her lip can continue moving for a while, her eyes tracing the lines on the floor. Can you tell me what this really was? What's the true meaning of this rite?
You are not required to understand. You have joined the ritual. That will suffice.
I did not mean to offend.
Your words have caused no offense.
I only seek to understand why matters to you, to understand you.
Understand me? Why, Domin? My fate is preordained, and our places assigned. We both must serve the Undying One, as his design foretells. But if such is indeed your wish...
It is.
My
Fuck.
path of service to the
I didn't think it was gonna give me a block of text. Oh.
And pitfalls. Every mind is fraught with weakness, and only by honing it tirelessly can one achieve focus and prime one's perception. I envision the tenets of the web as a maze of tangles and dead ends. Each time I go into a trance, be it one of the soul or of battle, I walk this path from beginning
God, my
to
attention
end.
span is
And now
collapsing.
that you're a part of it, you will be there with me when next I enter the labyrinth. You may deem it strange. You live in a world so far removed from my own that such rituals must seem absurd to you.
They
I'm
kind of
sure
do
I
a
would
little
find
bit.
your rituals equally mystifying.
Damn. My rituals, what do you mean?
You are empowered by the will of the Undying One himself. And yet, when I look at your life, I am surprised. You follow a different thread. One that does not seem as strict to your thoughts and deeds. There is so much luster.
Would you like to see my work, Bella? You have allowed me to witness your ritual. It is only fair I showed you one of mine. My world is more than mere luster. Perhaps it would help you to take a quiz. Yes, you are right. Our ritual is simply too difficult. Would you like to me fair?
Partake in one of your ceremonies? Returning the courtesy. That is how you say it up here, isn't it? I will await your invitation.
Ah, that's good.
The labyrinth has accepted you. We have danced amid the crossing lines and minds, and by the dance, we are now bound.
I had a sword, but I put away my axe. Okay, heal. Okay. Well, I guess I gotta talk to the High Manufactorum, or the High Factorum now. Okay. Where is he? That's Heinrichs. Where is he? Bedrock. Bedrock. I would like to introduce Kava to some of the customs practiced among the people of my stature. I'll show her what life is like on the upper deck, so to speak. Your lordship is most courteous, but what exactly do you have in mind? Ooh. Ooh. How warp translation ritual, an officer's report meeting. Ooh, I was counting on you to choose an appropriate ritual. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, warp translation and office warp translation. She'll probably need to be busy down there doing stuff. An officer's report meeting. It's kind of mediocre. A social event could be fun. You know what? How about a social event? Yeah. The crease on horns disappear. Yes, quite. What a magnificent idea, your lordship. I will see what can be arranged, and do not worry for a single moment. I promise to find the most suitable approach. I will contact you the moment I have something on offer. Enough questions. Wait for High Factor and deliver news. I shall wait your instructions, Lord Captain. So is that everyone spoken to? Because I don't... Good. I've unlocked every speakings that I can fucking... Okay, there. Let's see. Is arranging meetings. That's okay, good. Okay. Well, what's critical task? Void ship bridge. The tech mats sent by Raver have failed to solve the issue. Let's go to Raver. Do I have to do everything my goddamn self? Problem is, I don't know where I'm looking. Do you? Nope. Where do I need to? Where would I need to go? The Void ship bridge. Where's the special wiki wacky levers? Remind me who you are. No. I'm on the bridge. Problem is I don't know where to look. Do I? No. Notice the. That's. Okay, we are unexpected problem. Okay, then unexpected problem. We have an unexpected problem. Unexpected problem. Unexpected problem. Oh my god. Analyzing hardware. But where do I... Okay, do I need to go up to my little chair? I don't know where this lever could fucking be. Like, where would it be? Would it be down here? Or would it be somewhere over there? Where am I? You know what? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm just getting... Just keep going. Go. Map of the Corrosive Expanse. Okay. I'm pretty sure I would have been down here. Hang on. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Pretty sure there's a burning worlds. Okay. Now let's head. Okay, it's just there. Oh, 13. That's pretty good. Lord Captain, I have done as commanded. Everything has been prepared for your ritual with Mistress Cabela. I will select a few upper deck officers are ready to leave their post to attend this formal gathering and praise your lordship's name. We can begin at your... Ooh, I don't... Ooh. Ooh, I have... Ooh, splendid. Okay, it will be done. I shall signal the servants and notify the invited parties immediately. Let us demonstrate to Mistress Cabela just how strong our vessel's spirit can. A scheduled service in the ship's chapel was interrupted in a profane manner. Images of saints and martyrs depicted on the altarpiece started to move and step around the canvas. The congregation was filled with terror and dozens perished in the stampede. The illusion disappeared on its own, but it claimed several priests and altar attendants. It is said their frenzied shrieks can still be... Ship had left the hostile immaterium and returned to space. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's head down here. There's a... Oh, God. So, that seemed like it didn't go over well. Well, shit. Ooh. Other Rockstar has seen fit to observe as the forces at work. Okay. Hang on. Let's quickly get this. Okay. Another burning world. This time the fire comes from within the planet. The perpetual volcanic activity creating powerful cyclones and gases, ash, clouds, and soot. Now that you know what you're looking for, your augurs easily locate traces of the mysterious underground constructions. Send sacred machines to explore the particular places. The operation is difficult, but not proceeds without a hitch. The machines make way to the usual constructions and return carrying precious samples. Seemingly uninteresting, these plates and weaves hot resistant material causes great excitement among the tech priests. Of course. Ooh. These explorers are convinced you are holding the artifact of unique ancient Xeno civilization. The crew is now calling the builders from flame. These creatures were accustomed to the incredibly high temperatures of the burning worlds. They may have been a silicon-based life form or even sentient colonies of bacteria. More evidence is required if the research is to continue. Interesting. Map of the Expanse. We need to do a little, just anything besides talking from now. I just don't want to deal with, honestly, I just don't want to deal with it right now. Oh shit, I've got 13, that's neat. +1. Visit. Okay. Space dust. Yes. Go over here, then head that way. Scanning. Ooh. Magnetic storm. With the magnetic storm raging above the planet blurs in the gaze of Olga rays. Only powerful diviner machines may see through the currents of magnetic fluctuations in their base vigil and discover the mysteries of the Emperor-forsaken planet. The rogue trader has decided to leave this unwelcoming world. Maybe he will return here one day. Oh. That looks like it's got something of interest. That looks like it's going to have something interesting later down the line. Great. Ooh. What do we have? Habited world. The remains of ancient imperial city was discovered on a dead world completely deprived of an ecosystem. According to the reports, the entire settlement is contained in a titanic glass dome that once held an artificial atmosphere. The augurs detected the framework of 3 other similar constructs that were never completed. For whatever reason, the dome systems failed, and left behind is this city, a ghost that never managed to become a proper colony of the Imperium. Send out a crew to explore the temple. Order the scouts to gather as much supplies as possible. Drain the remaining fuel from the generator stations. The city won't need them anymore. Ooh, okay. Send out people to explore. Yo, holy gifts. The temple district is situated at the heart of the city. The God Emperor statue, intrinsically carved from precious crystal, is suspended beneath the dome, supported by chains of gold, and can be seen from anywhere in the colony. Inspired by the majestic sight, and the expedition members set off to explore the area of a renewed vigor. Soon enough, they stumble upon the ancient weapons lying on the pedestal. Beneath sunlight, the expedition brought back to the ship and told many tales about how the Emperor himself, who had been watching them from above, had directed their attention to the sacred relic. Single attacks with bolt or weapons automatically hit the target. Oh. I think I know what to give Argenta. Order the scouts to gather as much supplies as possible. Okay. Except, your people flooded the city like a tidal wave, filled the building with a bunker house, and receded from its quiet streets. Just as quickly, there were plenty of useful things among the findings, including foodstuffs and weapons, provisions, mechanicus creations. Drain the remaining fuel. It takes several trips to deliver the massive Prometheum storage tanks to your vessel. The crew grimly points out the colony was running out of fuel. Had the life support system had not failed prematurely, the locals would have still perished due to lack of energy. Explore the local palace. A ghost sword. Okay. A lavishly decorated estate of the local ruler towers over rows of featureless bunkhouses. Several explorers perished from the clearly hidden tripwires in the country or the courtyard, but after losing their companions, the team easily disarmed the remaining traps in the estate. Anything of value has been promptly delivered to the rogue trader's vessel. The Lord Captain was even given an exquisite sword found in the secret cache that once belonged to the mansion's owner. Okay, and then more profit. Okay. Let's see. Can Juliet wield a two-handed weapon? That's probably something to consider for later. Oh yeah, I forgot to. And plasteel. I don't want plasteel. Actually, do we have any contracts? I have been looking. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Recovery rolls. This okay. Just a bit. Close up the upper deck. Okay. Here, Argenta, we want to give you this. Was it? Good. I think that's just better. Abelard, if your intelligence is less than 35. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there we are. Wait. Okay, yeah. Single attacks with bolted weapons automatically hit the target. That's just good. Okay. Next planet. Okay. And then Voyage of Calabascan ship. Ah. During this warp journey, the Augurs discovered a strange object that had been following the rogue trader's ship for several hours. Judging by the distorted telemetry, it is a strangely shaped vessel of Xeno origin. The unidentified pursuer tried to approach the void ship several times, allowing the Augurs to observe the shimmering energies sails unfurled among the shifting currents of the warp. The strange chase ended after the mysterious ship vanished in the depths of the sea. So the Immaterium released us from script this time. Interesting. Okay. Unknown ships. Alright. That can be dealt with last. Proper 35. Wow. Ooh. Xenotech. I could use a little bit more Xenotech, actually. Augur's Anomaly. Yep, that seems like the team. Bottomless Pit. That is a fucking crazy title for a place. Okay. In we go. Greetings, Lord Captain.
Let us not dawdle.
I was taught that Xenos were abhorrent creatures. But you do not look terrifying. You look unusual. As do I.
Naive child. You are a monster to your own kind.
Ooh.
Were it not for your third eye that sees Cheyenne, the thread of your fate would have been severed at birth.
Damn. Where? Okay.
I have learned
Speak to fear the dog. Speak to the fear that dogs you.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh sure, yeah. Rudimentary tools and devices are not covered in a layer of dirt, the local flora. Carved pattern.
Too hard for
The surface is covered in countless scratches, and you can discern some logic in them. And some began by scratching strange symbols, but then defaced them, adding marks and lines. Okay. Oops. It's level up time. Oh well. What do I need? What do I need to know? Toughness. God, I do need to level up that though. Oh, oh my god, intelligence does so much. Fellowship. Perception. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's... Okay. Logic. Techniques and coercion. Persuasion? No. Commerce. Demolition. Logic, maybe logic? Okay. Abelard. Okay. What? Medicaid or... Let's... Maybe Medicaid would be better. Demolitions... Athletics... Maybe. Okay, I'll listen to you. Skill. Ballistic skill, weapon skill. Okay. Wait, which one was that? Huh? Perception. Yes. Okay, over here. Honestly. Corrose. Awareness. That might be honestly good for her. Okay. Perception. Okay. Honestly, I think it wants me to kind of do toughness. That's the only kind of net positive one I've got over here. Okay. Oh my god. That's okay. Carouse. Carouse is honestly the best one there. Fellowship's pretty good. Toughness is pretty solid. Strength, alright. Weapon skills, alright. Willpower? Okay. Ballistic skill. Okay. Fellowship, honestly, fellowship probably is good. Pascal. Let's just make your ballistic skill just better. And then okay, then we can just make tech just keep increasing tech use for a little bit. Where? Awareness is solid, demolition's solid. Athletics is solid. Xenos is pretty alright, Medicaid is alright. Logic's alright. Honestly, all of them are pretty good. Not a me. Let's keep that train going. And then we can see. Ooh. Weapon skill. Toughness. Ooh, okay. Getting toughness or getting a bit of intelligence is gonna help me out a bit. Okay. Continuing on. Check the map for any loot. Yes. Ooh. Rusty cogitator. Yum, yum, yum.
Is there
Good.
money to be made?
Yes. Okay. Head around. Let's keep a look around. Ooh. Rusty cogitator. Yum, yum, yum. These ancient cutters are long dead. Despite the covers on machines, they are still intact. It seems unlikely that anything else. Numerous of ropes and cables abruptly at the edge of a pit vanished into the darkness.
I always keep my options open.
Okay. Let's... Okay. Don't want to go too close to the edge just yet. Yum. Oh.
A trivial task.
Barely noticed the words in the shaky handwriting read, touch the darkness and the darkness will accept you. Ooh.
Keep your wits about you.
That's a bit crazy.
This could be an opportunity.
Oh. What is this? Staff of Mind's Sight. Huh. Okay. The darkness swirls beneath your feet, a void of impenetrable gloom. You do not hear a single sound from the darkness from the depths of the pit. No wailing wind, no rust of dust. Examine the pit. The bright daylight cannot pierce the darkness lying over the full slopes. The longer you look into the depths, the stronger the feeling grows that this darkness isn't an absence of light. It is something immeasurably vast, endless, capable of reaching the farthest stars or swallowing a galaxy. Through sheer force of will, you avert your gaze. Ooh, step back from the pit. Maybe. Lean over and stretch your hand into the darkness. At the edge of the consciousness, you sense something slimy and tangible answering your invitation for contact. It seeps into your thoughts and tasting your emotions. Surprise and curiosity envelops you, but these feelings are not your own. Quickly step away. Each step takes a tremendous effort. It feels as if you're being smothered from the inside, grinding your very being to dust to the point where you feel your heart just might jump out of the chest. But you stubbornly continue walking until the alien thoughts release you, and the illusion immediately falls away. Black impenetrable darkness carries out with silence.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
So... what is the point of all this?
We should deal with this.
Oh shit. A data slate. What does it say? Hang up. Okay. From Leon Hemmerfield's Field Diary.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay. I need to see if I can notice things. What exactly does this do for me? Well, this was pretty much a big fat load of nothing. Anything over here? Anything over here? No. Interesting. Either way, we don't need to be here anymore. we've done a look around. I'm sure there's probably more, but false acceptable. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. What's this? Adamantine. Ooh. Let's save it in case I see and like another special thing. Adamantine's good, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for it yet. Ooh. Oh. That's neat. Let's select you. Armor. This better or worse? Base armor plus 10 dodge if the wearer is. Wearer gains plus 2 MP and the strike up. That seems better. There you go, mate. Time for ship battle. Oh, report shows up on the personal casualty screen. Unknown ships are towing the Interstellar Sexton, a cargo ship belonging to one of the world's wealthiest traders. It looks like pirates have bitten off more than they can chew, and have now been forced to drag the ship to a mere secluded place where they can plunder it undisturbed. Attack the pirates. As soon as they see you, the escort ships charge into battle at once, while the captive Sexton powers up its warp engines. Unless you interrupt the preparation for the job, the cargo ship will forever vanish beyond the void. Beyond the veil of the immaterial. Along with send all available forces to intercept the Interstellar Sexton. Don't let it get away. Okay. Okay. We can't let this thing get away, otherwise we lose out on all its stuff.
All stations, report when manned and ready.
Okay. Okay. Let's oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Let's put ourselves here. God, I just want to be able to hit him. That's all that I want, man. Okay. Oh, second shot, thanks. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's pop ourselves here. And then we're going to... Oh. Good. Okay, good. Okay. About a little bit of this, and then a little bit of this. About a little bit of that. Okay. Ooh. Then how about who gave me the you. Oh. Doesn't seem healthy. And then the big one. Okay. Okay. Here. Okay. 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 Can I ram the ship? No. No. Okay. Folks, I am right next to you. Okay. Macro cannon reload. Oh, ouch. Please. Okay. God, they're gonna get out before I can even do any sort of damage to them. Okay. Fine. Okay, yep. How about... Right there. Ooh, okay. Then some more shots. Okay, good. How about some more shot?
Hey, the shields seem to be broken.
Okay, shields. Damn. Okay. There they go. Okay. There we go. So it's we surrender. Okay. Okay, let's do one of these. Okay. Let's do... okay. Can I... Good. Ooh. Damn, okay. Okay. And warp jump. Yeah, sure. Just clear that. Okay, good. Come back here, boy. Okay. Okay, good. I just know that's gonna happen. Nope. Okay. Can't reach any of them. Okay. Okay. Where's the final? There. Okay, we can practically do a 180 from here. There we are. Oh. Okay, and then we just we can't. There we go.
I have missed this.
Lovely. Oh shit. Medium. Ooh. Ooh. Huh? What? Because I'm not out of the battle yet, of course. Okay. Oh. Well. It only fits there. Good. Okay. Hull. First. Shield Master. Ooh. Yeah, he's probably a significantly better use there, isn't he? Okay. Let's just come out of here. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's rough. How do I get there? Let's have a look at the colony stuff. Wow. Can I, like, select? Yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's... Blocks that, blocks that. Give me more of those, give me more of those. Oh, that's pretty good. Do that. And then over here. We do not possess the resources. But it just requires us to get more of everybody, doesn't it? Giant. The following project must be completed in the Protectorate. Giants. Uh-oh. Okay. Higher the magnetic storm. Forge the featherless ship. Adra. The ships and forces notified officers about strange insect-like creature appearing on the astral chamber deck. The entity was destroyed, but the incident was recalled a few days later when one of the astronauts lost his mind, shrieking about a splitting headache. The psycho perished shortly after, and the autopsy revealed the presence of countless bloated larvae consuming the brain. The corpse and insects were safely disposed. The ship left. Yeah. Okay. Let's travel here. The engines are decks were transformed into exotic gardens. Several chambers sprouted foliage sprout terror, although they exhibit a glass-like surface polish, the mirror sheen, while the reflections on plants perfectly copy the surrounding objects. They did not show a single living being. Those who peered into them saw a grotesque, blood-covered creature instead, not unlike bloated abyssal fish, and with a pair of clawed limbs, sometimes more. Unable to destroy the sinister growth, the voidsman covered it with flat steel hoods until leaving the immaterium, finally ridding the vessel of corruption. By the god Emperor's grace, no perils of the war prevent the vessel returning to real space. Okay. Let's just see. Unforeseen event. Huh. God, there's so much work to look around. So many things to look at. Let's just walk travel there. Walk travel there. And then I think that is where I'll probably save for today, because we've literally reached the end. So we've literally reached the end of what we can do today. I literally spent today just chatting with everyone. Not much actually got done. It was just conversation. But you know what? At least we got certain things done, and we're able to do certain things now. All's well that ends well. All's well that ends well. But until then, let's see what we can. Oh, God. You know what? It's Praise Rock time. And anyway, I hope you all enjoy stream. And in case I don't see it, good morning, good evening, and good night, and bye.